Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye Basketball is on the air. Hawkeye Basketball is brought to you by Authentic Brand, the premium label of choice. Hy-Vee, score big savings with the new Hy-Vee Perks membership. Honda, to see how Honda crushes the competition, see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, just minutes south of Iowa City. United Healthcare, committed to helping people live healthier lives. U.S. Cellular, built for the Hawkeyes, built for silencing notifications and turning up the noise. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. And by Alliant Energy, powering a clean energy future. Welcome to the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show, delivering opportunities and results for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers.
Welcome to Minneapolis, where famed civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King is being remembered like everywhere else around the country today. The Iowa Hawkeyes are privileged and honored to play Big Ten basketball on Dr. King's birthday on the road against the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Good afternoon, everybody, wherever you are in the frozen Midwest or around the country. Thank you for joining us on the Hawkeye Radio Network. I'm Gary Dolphin alongside former Hawkeye and NBA star Bobby Hansen. Welcome to the barn, Williams Arena, the site of many knockdown dragouts between the Hawks and the Golden Gophers across 100 years of NCAA basketball. And Bobby, the Hawks come off maybe their best overall shooting performance in an 18-point victory over Nebraska Friday night. 15 made threes is one thing, but to assist on 30 of 35 baskets tells us the Hawkeyes were finding the open man, to say the least.
Oh, they certainly were, Gary, and that was an impressive performance by the Hawkeyes right from the get-go, right from the first Owen Freeman offensive rebound putback to get the Hawkeyes up 2-0, and then it was a barrage of three-pointers, one by Patrick, one by Payton, or two by Payton. The Hawks go on a 15-0 run to start the game, but you're right, they were passing the ball crisply. They did not turn it over, just 6 turnovers in the game, but the 15 assists by Tony Perkins matches B.J. Armstrong's total there as the second most in Hawkeye history. So this has has always been an unselfish basketball team, but really showed up well Saturday against Nebraska.
Double-doubles for the aforementioned Owen Freeman, the Big Ten Freshman of the Week for a 5th time. And Peyton Sanford with his double-double. Peyton shooting the ball quite well of late. They led the attack, but to me, the difference maker was sophomore Josh Dix.
Yeah, put him in the starting lineup there. Or he was in the starting lineup the game before when Patrick couldn't answer the bell, but Josh came in off the bench. 5 out of 8 he was from the floor. 5 of 7 3-point shooting of the sophomore from Council Bluffs. He looked like he was in it to show Nebraska a little bit of something. The neighbors to the west of where he grew up there in Council Bluffs. So he's going to be back in that starting lineup here this afternoon with Patrick McCaffrey with the sprained ankle. So need another performance out of Josh Dix like that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Patrick's played some of his best basketball here in the barn through his career. Just 6 turnovers, too, in the Nebraska game for the Hawks. That was key and certainly will be a factor tonight. The Hawkeyes have 40 fewer turnovers than do the Gophers and are much better at the free throw line. 2 critical areas when playing on the road in Big Ten competition. Minnesota, much improved. They're 12-4, 3-2 in the Big Ten. Had a 7-game win streak snapped at Indiana Friday. The Gophers are led by former North Carolina Tar Heel Dawson Garcia, who's battled injuries, but he is playing well now. He's back healthy, averaging 16 points, 7 rebounds. In fact, 4 of the Gophers' starting 5 average in double figures, Bobby. Evidence of their balance for third-year head coach Ben Johnson.
Yeah, they're a different team than they were the last couple of years. A couple of lean years up here in Minneapolis for the Golden Gophers. But Ben went out there and retooled his program, and he brought in a point guard by the name of Elijah Hawkins, who leads the country in assists, about 8 assists a game. And then you come in with a freshman Cam Christie. You mentioned Dawson Garcia. He's a forward center. He's a big guy, all Big Ten performer, preseason all Big Tenner. But they've got another guy that they consider a starter, Farrell Payne, that comes in off the bench, that leads that bench brigade for them. He had 17 and 10 in the loss over at Indiana the other night. So they've got a bench squad, Gary, that has outscored every opponent but one this season.
Gophers took their lumps last year with Ben Johnson, the youngest head coach in the Big Ten at age 43. And he was a terrific player here at Minnesota a few years ago, and cut his teeth at a great high school program just down the street here, just off campus at De La Salle High School. So Ben Johnson's got it going. Got a lot of young players, but certainly talented, including a couple transfers in this crazy world that is basketball, college basketball now with NIL and the transfer portal. Iowa, Minnesota has a special ring to it, and it will again today. As a proud sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes, U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular, built for us. This is the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show. Back in Iowa, of course, it is Caucus Monday. The 2024 political campaign takes off in earnest tonight. As you crowd around the table back home, make sure you're crowding around the radio as well for the next few hours. Iowa, Minnesota basketball straight ahead. Coming up next, it's our daily trip down memory lane with the Hawkeye historical winning moment, courtesy of Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. While farmers work hard to grow the best crop, their Iowa corn checkoff investments are hard at work too. Opening local and global markets for corn and corn-fed products, educating drivers on unleaded 88 as the best fuel at the pump, finding new uses for corn, and sharing the farmer's story. Iowa corn farmers are backed by researchers, educators, market experts, and more to keep corn growing Iowa.
With the Hawkeyes, every pass, shot, layup, and score is more than just part of the game. It's a testament to the teamwork, elbow grease, and can-do attitude it takes to win. In the same way, Case IH knows every successful farm is more than just a farm. It's the product of top-notch tillage, planting, harvesting, hay, and forage equipment at the hands of hard-working growers. Get a slam dunk by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes to learn more. Go Hawks!
Right now, you are not in the crowded Carver Hawkeye Arena, but you could be. You're not cheering a Hawkeye steal, fast break, and slam dunk, but you could be. Play the Hawkeye Gold scratch ticket, and you could win a VIP game day experience to see the Iowa men's basketball team. The Countdown to Carver promotion from the Iowa Lottery lets you be a part of the action. To enter your ticket and see details, visit ialottery.com/VIP.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bose, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
The big game. Family. Friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
This is the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show, delivering solutions for every life, every day.
The Barn, Williams Arena on the campus of the University of Minnesota, built in 1928. 95 years ago, the Barn opened at a cost of $650,000. It took about that dollar amount to build Kinnick Stadium. I don't know what that would transfer to today's dollars, but it would be many, 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 many millions. But it's a comfy, cozy old place. Tell you what, Bobby, I wouldn't want to have to heat this building this week. It's so open, and I'm guessing from floor to rooftop, it's got to be 15 to 20 stories.
Yeah, I would say, Gary, they've done a nice job in remodeling this place over the years. They shortened it up. Used to be a lot deeper down there toward the north end zone there, but brought it in there. They still have part of it over there for wrestling and gymnastics and those type of things. But yeah, it's a relic, no doubt about it. One of those historic venues that's always fun to come up here and come inside.
Yeah, they haven't cut it in half capacity-wise, but when this building opened in 1928, it was the largest college basketball facility in the country, at about a little over 20,000 people. Now it seats biscuit under 15, 14,000 something. And to Bobby's point, they remodeled it. It's beautiful. The old barn, they call it affectionately. Iowa and Minnesota renew their century-old rivalry coming up shortly. Right now, we're going to step back, not that far in time, but a couple years. Iowa and the Gophers. This is the Hawkeye historical winning moment, courtesy of Riverside Casino and Golf. Stop by a Riverside Casino for a relaxing massage at the spa. Man, after all the shoveling you've been doing, that'd be a perfect gift for yourself. A spa at Riverside Casino and Golf. Fine dining then at Ruthie's Steak and Seafood, and so much more. Riverside Casino and Golf, located just minutes south of Iowa City. It was about a year ago, February 12th, 2023, Iowa defeated the Gophers here, 68-56. Chris Murray had 28 points, 14 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 block shots. And a partridge in a pear tree. That is quite the line as the Hawks beat the Gophers on a Sunday afternoon, 68-56. Iowa would sweep the season series with the Gophers later when Minnesota came to Iowa City. Philip Rebracha added 16 points, 8 rebounds for the Hawks, who improved to 16-9 and 8-6 in conference play. Tony Perkins had a jump shot scoring to open the game. Then he followed with a 3-point play, and the Hawks scored 18 of the first 24 points. Minnesota did come back to within 2 with 16:53 to play in the game, but got no closer. A young man we'll see today, Josiah Ola Joseph, led the Gophers with 11 points, but Minnesota went down to the Hawks in a low-scoring affair, 68-56. Chris Murray, 28 points, 14 rebounds. Now, he's not posting those numbers yet with Portland, but he had a 9-point game the other night. He's coming on like brother Keegan.
Give the kid some minutes, Portland. What are you waiting for here? You got a twin brother that's, tearing up the league last year and this year. Give Chris a chance, but he did have a good game the other day. I checked the box score, and good to see him get those minutes and produce.
That's our Hawkeye historical winning moment, courtesy of Riverside Casino and Golf. This is the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show. Up next, we'll check in with the Iowa City Sports Commission. They sponsor the Hawkeye Women's Sports Update, and we have some news there, as well as the U.S. Bank scoreboard. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Go to the game to get a game program. You can download it now by visiting the game day page on HawkeyeSports.com. That's right, the game program is now digital and it's free. So check it out. Get the roster, the stats, and fascinating stories about today's matchup. Just go to HawkeyeSports.com and click on Game Day.
Right now, you are not in the crowded Carver Hawkeye Arena, but you could be. You're not cheering a Hawkeye steal, fast break, and slam dunk, but you could be. Play the Hawkeye Gold scratch ticket, and you could win a VIP game day experience to see the Iowa men's basketball team. The Countdown to Carver promotion from the Iowa Lottery lets you be a part of the action. To enter your ticket and see details, visit ialottery.com/VIP.
This is Gary Dolphin. Lennox has been building furnaces and air conditioners here in Iowa since 1895. And Lennox dealers have been selling and installing these high-efficiency Lennox products for just as long. When you call 72 Degrees Comfort Company in Ankeny and the Des Moines metro area, you know you're calling one of the best names in the indoor comfort business. Dave Lennox knows that when you turn to 72 degrees, your home will be exceptionally comfortable. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and 72 degrees. Lennox, 72 degrees, and the Hawkeyes. That's a winning combination.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Car Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Are your car payments baking you crazy? Bring home the bacon when you move your car loan to Community Choice and get up to 3 months of no car payments. Your bacon called. It's ready to go home. Bring home the bacon at unbankyourbacon.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Get your medical card online and visit their dispensary for the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Search Bud & Mary's online.
This is the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show. The Hawkeyes and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Monday afternoon, Big Ten basketball from the Twin Cities. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is responsible for our community being home to countless amateur sporting events and state tournaments, including volleyball, wrestling, tennis, and much more. Sports Commission generates significant annual economic impact while adding substantially to our quality of life. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is a proud presenting sponsor of UI Women's Athletics. Learn more at weGotNext.org, and they bring you today's Hawkeye Women's Update. Current National Player of the Year, Caitlin Clark, earned another Big Ten Player of the Week honor this day. This is Clark's 25th weekly award from the conference. That's the most in Big Ten Conference history, surpassing former Hawkeye Megan Gustafson, who has 23. Caitlin garnered weekly honors for the 4th consecutive week and 7th time this season after leading the Hawks to a pair of big wins over Purdue on the road and home Saturday night to over 14th ranked Indiana. The Hawkeye women's team is ranked number 2 in the Associated Press Top 25 released today. The Hawks are coming off their 13th victory of the season by 20-plus points in defeating the Hoosiers 84-57. Iowa's now 17-1. The last time that happened was in the 1995-96 season. The second-ranked Hawks will host Wisconsin tomorrow night. Tip-off is set for 8 o'clock inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. And, of course, you can hear it right here on the Hawkeye Radio Network with Robbie Brooks and Tiffany. Elsewhere, the late Dr. Christine Grant will be inducted into the USA Field Hockey Hall of Fame as a contributor. The organization announced their 2024 induction class this weekend. Since its establishment in 1988, the Field Hockey Hall of Fame has recognized individuals who've achieved success internationally and made significant contributions to the organization. Christine will be inducted on May 24th out in Westlake Village, California. After getting rained out during Friday's season opener, the Hawkeye women's tennis team closed out the weekend with a 5-2 victory over Florida Gulf Coast on Saturday. Up next, Iowa heads to South Bend to compete at Notre Dame. The match will start at 10 o'clock on Saturday. That's our Hawkeye Women's Sports Update, courtesy of the Iowa City Area Sports Commission. Now on the U.S. Bank scoreboard. At U.S. Bank, we know when you invest in a community, the community invests in you. We're committed to providing high-quality, innovative products and services that meet the needs and demands of our customers. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Earlier today in men's basketball, Big Ten basketball, it was Michigan outlasting Ohio State 73-65, that up in Ann Arbor. Villanova is playing Marquette as we speak. We'll get you an updated score on that a little bit later. And the NFL wild card games are on today. The Steelers are playing in Buffalo, and that snowy mess up off of Lake Erie. Tonight it's the Eagles at Tampa Bay. And that is our Hawkeye U.S. Bank Sports Update, courtesy of our friends at U.S. Bank. In just a minute, we'll hear from Minnesota assistant coach Marcus Jenkins. He has the scout on the game today against the Hawkeyes. Iowa, Minnesota from the barn in Minneapolis. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Does your company attire make you feel like you're always fourth and long? It's time for a change. Hand the ball off to Authentic Brand and watch your team transform into MVPs. On game days, our team dresses like champions in Authentic Brand. Ensure that your company's reputation remains untarnished by using nothing but the label specifically designed to display your company's identity. Ask your supplier for Authentic Brand products and see for yourself why it's more than just a label. It's a statement.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Melrose Meadows. Voted Iowa City's best retirement community. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you are in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty. For all your real estate needs, call 319-631-5455.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Lots of insurance companies make promises about how much you can save if you switch over to them. Well, here's our promise. With the West Bend policy, you can save everything. Every memory, every detail, everything you've worked so hard for. Once it comes time to actually make a claim, a cheap insurance policy can really cost you. Why not protect everything that matters with a policy from West Bend? Because the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Hey, it's your friend, social media. You know, where I showcase the cool life of sports stars and friends. But don't fall for the editing and good lighting, because we all have struggles and challenges, like with alcohol or drug use, gambling, or our mental health. Talking about it is a sign of strength. Maybe you don't know who to talk to. Your Life Iowa can give you resources or treatment options. Get free 24/7 confidential support. Call, text, or chat online at yourlifeiowa.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
Welcome to the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show, delivering opportunities and results for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers.
Welcome back to the barn in Minneapolis. Thankfully, it's not as cold as it normally is in a barn today. Not this barn, anyway, built almost 100 years ago, 1928, at a cost of $650,000. About the same price as Kinnick Stadium, as a matter of fact. And it's the home of Minnesota's basketball, the Golden Gophers, who are much improved over a year ago. More about that in just a minute. United Healthcare and Hawkeye Athletics have teamed up for the Spotlight on Small Business Sweepstakes. Congratulations to this week's winner, Whip It Good Catering, located in Indianola, providing catering in central Iowa, as well as family-style, home-cooked freezer meals available for purchase at the Indianola Hy-Vee. United Healthcare is a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Minnesota had a 7-game winning streak come to an end at Indiana on Friday night. Prior to the Iowa-Nebraska game, the Hoosiers and the Gophers hooked up at 5:30 down at Assembly Hall, and Indiana came away with a 12-point, 74-62 victory. But the Gophers are a far cry better than a year ago, sitting there at 12-4, 3-2 in the Big Ten. A big improvement over last season when they finished last in the league at 2-17 and 9-22 overall. Assistant coach Marcus Jenkins, who has the Gopher scout on the Hawkeyes today, says it's as simple as having more players that can play.
Yeah, no, certainly. Yeah, this is the most depth we've had. It's the most talent in terms of older veteran talent, guys that have played in college basketball before. You know, we were running around with a bunch of freshmen last year, and no matter what league you're in, but especially the Big Ten, you know, freshmen in the Big Ten don't necessarily mix. So now we've got experience. We've got older guys. We added a couple transfers that are older, juniors, and just that experience counts for so much in this game, and we're happy to finally have it.
And particularly in the guard court, you're sharing the basketball, doing a lot of things well there.
Yeah, we put a heavy emphasis on moving the ball, sharing the ball, playing for your teammate, and it's shown up in our stats. You know, we're about 18 assists a game and on made field goals, and so it's put us in a position to be able to successfully run our offense, but also, keep defenses honest. We've got guys that can shoot out there, and then guys that are willing to share the ball. So that's been really helpful.
Coach, especially the transfer from Howard University, leading the nation in assists, almost 8 a game. Boy, that really helps your flow, doesn't it?
It sure does. E is, he just got that knack. Like he knows when and where to put the ball. He's another guy that's just a willing passer. You got to be a willing passer, right? Because he can score as well. But he loves to get his teammates involved, and he set the assist record here, and he's having a good time doing it, and it's really helping our offense for sure.
What about the Hawkeyes today? You got the scouting report.
I do. A challenge. Yeah. No, you guys are very, very good. I mean, the way you handled Nebraska, shooting 35 threes, making 15 of them. We're hoping that we guard the three-point line a little bit better than that, but we're certainly weary of it. We know how the transition shows up. Want to stop you guys in transition if we can. Hopefully a little bit of success against the zone, but we want to really get back, stop and transition, guard your players. Sanford is really shooting the ball at a high clip right now. Freeman, what an incredible freshman, having a hell of a year. And so a lot of weapons that we're concerned about, but we've been working on.
Marcus, thanks so much for your time as always. Good luck the rest of the year.
Thanks a lot, Gary. Appreciate it.
Minnesota returned 7 individuals from last year's team, including 4 that saw significant time. Braden Carrington, Dawson Garcia, Joshua Ola-Joseph, and Farrell Payne all saw over 20 minutes a game for Minnesota in that 9-win season. So they took their lumps, and they're better for it. It's a new season at Kohl's. Find fresh everyday styles for you and your home at great prices. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. It's afternoon basketball on Martin Luther King's holiday, and we're happy you joined us here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. In just a minute, we'll hear from Hawkeye head man Fran McCaffrey. He's presented by your Iowa John Deere dealers. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen. 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Car Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Royal Flooring has everything you and your home needs from the floors up. We proudly serve Des Moines area homes as your local one-stop shop for flooring, tile appliances, cabinetry, countertops, and more. Visit shoproyalflooring.com to give your home the royal treatment today.
True cannabis products like concentrates, vapes, tablets, creams are available legally in Iowa, but only at licensed medical dispensaries. Get a med card online, quick and easy. I got mine in less than a day. Chronic pain is the most common condition. Search for Bud & Mary's online or call their dispensary to learn how you can get your med card. Bud & Mary's grows real cannabis, not hemp. That means their products contain real THC with no percentage limits. Find an Iowa licensed dispensary near you at budmary.com.
This is Gary Dolphin. Lennox has been building furnaces and air conditioners here in Iowa since 1895. And Lennox dealers have been selling and installing these high-efficiency Lennox products for just as long. When you call 72 Degrees Comfort Company in Ankeny and the Des Moines metro area, you know you're calling one of the best names in the indoor comfort business. Dave Lennox knows that when you turn to 72 degrees, your home will be exceptionally comfortable. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and 72 degrees. Lennox, 72 degrees, and the Hawkeyes. That's a winning combination.
Welcome back to Minneapolis and the venerable Williams Arena on the campus of the University of Minnesota. The Hawkeyes and the Gophers tipping off on Martin Luther King Day at 5 o'clock. The Hawks are one of the nation's top offensive units, averaging 87 points through 16 games, and they lead the Big Ten, fifth nationally, averaging 19.5 assists per game. So really gaudy numbers for Coach McCaffrey's offense, and we'll hear from Fran next. He's always brought to you by your Iowa John Deere dealers like Van Wall Equipment in Albia.
Coach, the residue from Friday's win over Nebraska, Owen Freeman, Peyton Sanford, both with double-doubles, and they continue their solid play. But I thought Josh Dick sinking 5 threes, a couple of assists, pair of steals, a lot of deflections. Boy, his game is coming on strong, and that just comes with experience, doesn't it?
Well, it also comes with opportunity. I mean, I gave him more minutes. He deserved more minutes, and he got them. And boy, did he play extremely well at both ends of the floor. And I think you'll see more and more of that. He has that in his game. A couple of games he didn't get as much playing time with some of the other guys. The last game, we did Logi, Price, and DeSante didn't play as much. But now they'll get some opportunities tonight because Patrick's not playing.
Josh was a big part of the 15 made threes, Fran.
The 30 assists, though, on 35 made baskets, that might be the most glittering stat of the game, and I'm trying to remember the last time I saw that number.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that jumps out at you when you look at the stat sheet after the game, and it makes any coach proud. Now, obviously, we were making shots, so that's another reason you get an assist. They were shooting it in the hole, but they were open, and we were finding them. And the thing about how, Nebraska plays defense, and Minnesota does a lot of the same things, you got to keep moving the ball. They're really good at doubling the post, and you got to throw it out and move it again, one more, and they did that to perfection.
Comment on the Hawks zone defense in the second half and what made it so effective.
Well, it was active, and it has to be active because they're a team that can take you off the bounce and create shot opportunities. Now, Nebraska didn't shoot it well, but we were trying to keep the ball in the perimeter and keep it contested, and then limit them to one shot. Our rebounding was pretty good.
All right, to the Gophers today, Coach Dawson Garcia working his way back from injuries. He's averaging 16 and 7. Transfer Elijah Hawkins leads the nation, nearly 8 assists on average. And the sophomore Farrell Payne at 17 points, 10 rebounds in their last game against Indiana on Friday. This is a balance that Coach Johnson has worked on developing, hasn't seen in some time.
Yeah, I mean, last year they had some terrible injuries, really depleted their depth. But they've improved their guard play tremendously. Hawkins is a big part of that. So's Christie and Mitchell. Christie's a freshman, Mitchell's a transfer. And they got Carrington back. So now they have depth in the backcourt. Then you talk about the front court. Garcia had 36 on the road at Ohio State. Obviously, one of the top players in our league. But Payne is one of the best young big guys in terms of athletic power that you're going to see. Those two have really good chemistry. Ola Joseph was a guy back from last year, was a really good player. He could play the 4 or the 3, slashing big. But they got Enan and Parker Fox, two guys that they've been counting on for 2 years. Those guys have been hurt literally for 2 years each, but now they're back. So now you have a deep squad, and that's why they're well into double-digit wins.
Keys early on in the game, playing on the road.
Want to get off to a good start like we did the other night. I think that's probably true anytime you go on the road. See the ball go in a little bit, handle how they play defense, how they double the post, move the ball, don't settle. Sometimes it'd be a longer possession, how we like to quick up, but also keep pushing the ball and understand, the quickness that they have in the backcourt. They'll be shooting gaps, looking for steals, and we got a pass and shot fake.
It's Martin Luther King. You grew up in Philadelphia. His legacy has meant so much in many ways, but most notably the involvement of sports, in particular collegiate sports.
No question. I mean, his fight for social justice is so critical to our history. Remember it well. I grew up in that time period. It was somewhat turbulent, as we remember, but I think the great things that have come out of it, and I think the beautiful thing is that we honor him on this day.
Coach, good luck tonight. Thanks.
Thanks, Dolph.
Patrick McCaffrey will not play today because of the sprained ankle, unfortunately suffered late in that Nebraska game. Josh Dix, who had a terrific game with 16 points, including 5 threes, will fill in for PMAC. Our pregame visit with Iowa coach Fran McCaffrey, as always, sponsored by your Iowa John Deere dealers, including Van Wall Equipment. Nothing runs like a Deere, especially when supported by the team at Van Wall Equipment. Probably a few John Deeres mowing through those snow drifts here in the last few days. Stop by one of the locations for Van Wall Equipment. Learn how to farm better, work smarter, and play harder when you run with Van Wall and John Deere. Coming up next, Bobby Hansen has his club car wash. Keys to a Hawkeye victory. This is Iowa basketball from Learfield.
The big game. Family. Friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at AlliantEnergy.com/poweringBeyond.
With the Hawkeyes, every pass, shot, layup, and score is more than just part of the game. It's a testament to the teamwork, elbow grease, and can-do attitude it takes to win. In the same way, Case IH knows every successful farm is more than just a farm. It's the product of top-notch tillage, planting, harvesting, hay, and forage equipment at the hands of hardworking growers. Get a slam dunk by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes to learn more. Go Hawks!
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
I'm Ingrid Lizarraga, breast surgeon at the University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center, the state's only NCI-designated cancer center. Here, we look beyond just the type of cancer you have to discover the molecular details of the disease. We have teams dedicated to each cancer type, with treatments and trials you won't find anywhere else in Iowa. Go to uihc.org/cancer.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford Tough Trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, the hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, a AAA 4-diamond luxury property located just a few minutes from the Eastern Iowa Airport and downtown Cedar Rapids. Whether you're visiting for business or pleasure, the hotel is happy to welcome you. To make reservations, visit thehotelatKirkwood.com.
Welcome back to the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show. Biodiesel, moving Iowa forward.
Hawkeyes are in the Twin Cities, getting ready to battle the Minnesota Golden Gophers on this Martin Luther King holiday. Thank you for joining us here on the Iowa Soybean Association pregame show. Time to hear from Bobby Hansen. Bobby's keys to the game are brought to you by the official car wash of the Hawkeyes, Club Car Wash, with unlimited memberships starting at just $20 a month. There's no better time to join the club. Visit clubcarwash.com and find a location nearest you. You always liked the shooting backdrop here, didn't you? Even when you played a few years ago. The lighting's a little different than then, but it's got a great shooting background. It's a very dark background.
Yeah, exactly. I'm talking to Peyton Sanford about that at shoot around today, and talk about the raised court. Up here on the old Cager look that they have. You're up about 3 feet off the floor, and also that dark background you're talking about, Gary. So let's hope the Hawkeyes have a great shooting night here once again, as they have in the past. But they're playing a team that's hot. You're playing a team in Minnesota that's playing with a lot of confidence. They won 7 in a row until losing to Indiana the other night, but they're playing well. So number one key and why they're playing well is because of this guy Elijah Hawkins, transferred from Howard University. He's number 0. He's a junior, averages 8 points, 3 rebounds, but 8 assists, which leads the country. So you're going to have to defend dribble penetration with Elijah Hawkins. He's the engine that makes this Gopher offense good. As I mentioned, the nation's leader in assists at 8 a game. He's looking to drive and kick, drive and drop for easy buckets to his inside guys. So you got to defend number 0, Elijah Hawkins. Don't allow easy penetration. A lot of on-ball screens. You're going to have to be communicating out there with each other on the defensive end. The second key, the battle on the boards. Minnesota plus 5.5 on the season. Running rebounders, Ola Joseph. You've got the other guy in there, Dawson Garcia, is 6'11". He averages 8 rebounds a game. They like to get the easy putbacks if you don't box them out. The Hawkeyes, all 5 guys, you got to box out, rebound, and get your Hawkeye running game going. Get it going into high gear. You allow Minnesota to control the glass, you could be in for a tough evening here in the old barn. Third key is going to be that bench. Minnesota bench is a lot deeper than it has been in the past, led by Farrell Payne, 17 points, 10 rebounds in the loss versus Indiana. He's the best of the group. Only Missouri has outscored in the 16 games so far. Only Missouri has outscored the Minnesota bench. So they got a lot more depth than they have in the past. They get good balanced production from everyone who plays. Without Patrick McCaffrey in there, the Hawks will need all hands on deck there. As you lose one guy off the bench, Josh Dix now becomes a starter. Everybody's got to come in there and bring something to the party and produce.
Bobby's keys to the game, solid one and all, brought to you by the Hawkeyes official car wash, Club Car Wash, featuring unlimited memberships starting at just $20 a month. No better time to join the club, especially in this time of the year where the dirt and the grime and the snow and the salt needs to be flushed from your fender wells. Stop in at any Club Car Wash and log on to clubcarwash.com to find the nearest location to you. Yeah, it's been rough traveling on Interstate 80, but thank goodness Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites are there to put you up overnight. Experience your home away from home, Hawk fans, at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels, Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites by Hilton. They each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, a pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. We're getting close to tip. 4 o'clock, a little after 4 o'clock this afternoon for Iowa, Minnesota on Monday, Martin Luther King holiday. And next are the Mid-American Energy starting lineups and the Farmers State Bank tip-off. Both coming up shortly. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
To the action with the Fight for Iowa podcast. Join host Gary Dolphin as he takes you behind the scenes with Hawkeye coaches, athletes, and alumni. Tune in weekly on HawkeyeSports.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and more. Your front row seat to Hawkeye athletics.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Hey Hawk fans, this message is for anyone looking for that first job, or maybe a job that's actually fun. The Wig & Pen in Ankeny is hiring.
The Wig & Pen is locally owned and offers flexible hours
with competitive pay and a fun environment.
Stop by anytime, Wednesday through Sunday to apply.
The Wig & Pen in Ankeny, serving tantalizing sandwiches, soups, salads, and famous signature pizzas from the Flying Tomato to Chicago Deep Dish, and quenching your thirst with a full bar and a wide selection of beer on tap while you watch the game. The Wig & Pen Pizza Pub. Eat, drink, work, and play. Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Car Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Facing a criminal charge or complicated family law situation, Carr Law Firm has the trial experts you need. As experienced trial attorneys, we understand how much is on the line. Go to carlawiowa.com for a free consultation. That's Carr with 2 R's, lawiowa.com.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Get your medical card online and visit their dispensary for the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Search Bud & Mary's online.
Back in Minneapolis, it's time for the Mid-American Energy starting lineups, courtesy of Mid-American. Mid-American Energy makes reliability a slam dunk with a balanced energy mix of wind, solar, and other sources that ensure you always have the power you count on. Well, those wind turbines had to be in fast forward gear the last few days with the winds blowing across the upper Midwest. Learn more at MidAmericanEnergy.com. MidAmericanEnergy.com. For Minnesota, Ben Johnson in his third year at 34 wins, 42 defeats overall. But no doubt his best team is the team he's putting on the floor today. He'll start at a guard, Elijah Hawkins. They call him E. Got a couple years of eligibility left, transferring over from Howard University. 5'11", 165-pound cat quick out of DeMatha Catholic in that prep hotbed of Washington, D.C. Also to guard, Mike Mitchell Jr. transferred in from Pepperdine. By the way, Hawkins is averaging 9 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists a game. The other guard, Mike Mitchell Jr., actually they start 3 guards. Mike Mitchell Jr. By way of San Jose, California, and Pepperdine University. He's at 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. 6 foot, 285 pounds. He's solid. Cam Christie, the freshman from Arlington Heights, Illinois. You might remember his brother Max, who was a star at Michigan State and plays in the NBA today. Cam Christie is a 6'6" true freshman out of Rolling Meadows, averaging 10 points, 4 rebounds. His career is off to a good start. Dawson Garcia started out at North Carolina, came back home to Minneapolis. He's from Savage, Minnesota, one of the suburbs. Prior Lake High School. Dawson at 6'11", 230 pounds. Minnesota's leading scorer and board man at 17 points, 8 rebounds. And Joshua Ola Joseph out of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, 6'7", sophomore, averages 11 points, 3 rebounds. He is a 215-pound sophomore. That is the Minnesota starting 5. But they'll come off the bench with plenty of weapons like Braden Carrington, a sophomore from right here in Minneapolis. Isaiah Enan, I remember him from last year, the junior out of Germany. And he'll go 8, 9, 10 deep. Caden Betts, Farrell Payne had 17 points, 8 rebounds at Indiana the other night, a 6'9" sophomore. Those are the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For the Hawkeyes, with Patrick McCaffrey out of the lineup due to that sprained ankle, Josh Dix certainly deserved, gets the start. 6'5" sophomore from Council Bluffs, Lincoln. Josh with a career high 16 the other night on 5 3-point goals. Is averaging 6 points, couple rebounds, couple of assists, shooting 46% from distance. Tony Perkins will run the show. The 6'4" senior from Indianapolis, Lawrence North High School, is averaging 14 points, 4 assists. Peyton Sanford, one of the Big Ten's top shooters, coming off a double-double against Nebraska. 6'7" junior from Hawkeyes. Peyton's putting up 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 88% from the foul line. Ben Krikke, what a year he's having. His grad transfer year at 6'9", 235 pounds from Edmonton, Alberta, by way of Valparaiso. Ben's just got to stay on the floor more, stay out of foul trouble, particularly early foul problems. 16 points, 5 rebounds a game for Krikke, who's shooting 59% from the field. And the Big Ten's Freshman of the Week for a record-setting school, record-setting 6th time this year, Owen Freeman, the 6'10" youngster from Moline High School, averaging 11 points and 6 rebounds. Hawks will send in Brock Harding off the bench, Laji Dembele, Price Sanford, and others. That bench a little thinner with McCaffrey out of the game today, and Josh Dix starting. Those are the Hawkeyes who will start the game. Head coach Fran McCaffrey needs one victory to become the all-time winningest coach in Iowa history. He and Dr. Tom Davis are tied at 271 wins, and we can only hope it's today, and he can get that behind him. The coach is not one to talk about individual achievements, but boy, in this case, he deserves it, as Dr. Tom did in his 9 years at Iowa. The Hawkeyes come into today's game with a record of 10-6, solid record halfway through the season, and 2-3 in the Big Ten. A chance to get to level 500 again for Iowa. Those are the Mid-American Energy starting lineups. We've been handed a note too that from Iowa City, former University of Iowa All-American Jerry Hilgenberg has passed away today at the age of 92. Hilge was the last surviving assistant coach from Iowa's historic 1958 Big Ten Rose Bowl and national championship team. Funeral arrangements are pending. Of course, Hilge was one of Forrest Evashevski's first great players when Evie got there in the early 50s. All-American center, and yeah, you know what happened after that. The Hilgenberg family tree sent so many great players to the University of Iowa. Jimmy, Joel, and Jay, all tremendous players. And it started with Dad, who started at center for 3 seasons for the Hawks from 51 through 53. First team All-American, all Big Ten. He and Hilgenberg and guard Cal Jones were Hall of Fame coach Forrest Hawkeyes' first All-Americans. The Hilgenberg family, long labeled as Iowa's first football family, and who could argue that?
Yeah, prayers and sympathy go out to them. I know Jay and Joel, Jay more than most of them, but yeah, remember that 85 Bears Super Bowl championship team, and just thinking about you guys, and tough news, but what a wonderful life that Mr. Hilgenberg lived.
Indeed, Joel, a great player in the NFL for a number of years after he left Iowa, most notably with the Saints. And Jimmy was the first boy in the lineup, living in the Quad Cities. Know them all well, and we wish them all the best as they mourn the loss of their dad, Jerry Hilgenberg, dying today at age 92. Couple updates on scores. Let's take a look at the NFL playoffs before we take a break here. I'll tell you what, let's take a break now. We're coming back for Iowa, Minnesota. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/corn grows Iowa.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
To find an agent near you, visit shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
With the Hawkeyes, every pass, shot, layup, and score is more than just part of the game. It's a testament to the teamwork, elbow grease, and can-do attitude it takes to win. In the same way, Case IH knows every successful farm is more than just a farm. It's the product of top-notch tillage, planting, harvesting, hay, and forage equipment at the hands of hardworking growers. Get a slam dunk by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes to learn more. Go Hawks!
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by 988 Lifeline. If you or someone you know needs support now, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. West Bend, the silver lining. Mid-American Energy, look up, look out for overhead power lines. Visit MidAmericanEnergy.com for electrical safety tips. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye basketball. By your local Ford dealers. And by Authentic Brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. It's game time.
Out of Peyton Sanford. Across the court to McCaffrey. Here's Sanford for 3 more. Yes, sir! 54. And a foul.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with well-marked Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Here's Gary Dolphin and Bobby Hansen.
Hawkeyes and the Gophers ready to tip it off here shortly. The official announcement of the starting lineups yet to come, and then we'll be underway a minute or so after 5 o'clock here. Thanks for joining us on Drive Time. Iowa Caucus Day. Some of you might be heading out early for those events. Please drive carefully. Many of the highways around Iowa and the Midwest are still ice covered, snow covered, and very, very slick. Let's pause 10 seconds. We're just about at the top of the hour. 10-second ID break here for station identification as we go around the Iowa Hawkeye Radio Network. You're listening to Hawkeye Basketball. Take a peek here at the U.S. Bank scoreboard while we have a moment. The NFL wild card playoff games, at least the first one of 2 today, is underway, and it's been all Buffalo in the snow and the wind off of Lake Erie. The Buffalo Bills have a 21-0 lead on the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is late in the first half. Now seeing a note coming in here, the Steelers have scored their first touchdown of the day, so it's 21-6 pending the point after try. Later tonight it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. College basketball earlier today there was one other game in the Big Ten, and that went to Michigan 73-65 over Ohio State. 73-65 up in Ann Arbor. Top 25 action earlier today. Game is the final now. Marquette, ranked 11th, has defeated Villanova in Milwaukee 87-74. Tonight, the number 2 rated Iowa Hawkeye wrestling team welcomes Minnesota to Carver Hawkeye Arena for a Monday night duel on ML King Day at 7 o'clock. And you can catch all the action if you're not going to the meet. Catch it on KXIC in Iowa City, our Hawkeye affiliate at AM 800, and on the official Iowa Hawkeye YouTube. Hawkeye women, they play tomorrow night. They host Wisconsin at Carver. And that'll be an 8 o'clock tip, 7:45 for the pregame show with Robbie and Tiffany tomorrow night from Carver. The Hawkeyes moved up to number 2 in the country today with a win, that big win over 14th ranked Indiana on Saturday, due in large part also to UCLA losing. The Bruins had been ranked number 2 prior to that. So it's South Carolina and the Hawkeyes 1-2 with plenty of basketball still to come. That's the U.S. Bank scoreboard update. U.S. Bank, member FDIC. U.S. Bank, we're in their town, Bobby, headquartered here. We drove by that big old boat, that Viking ship, U.S. Bank Stadium on the way out here.
Beautiful football stadium over there on the edge of town that we got to see. You said it hosted the Final Fours. It's had Super Bowls, and it's got an incredible arena at the old Metrodome. I kind of miss it a little bit. Don't see that in the skyline anymore, but just one of the great American cities up here in the North Country, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Well, they tore down the Metrodome, put a parking lot there, and built U.S. Bank Stadium next to it. So they're using the same property, a little bit different configuration. I know this, U.S. Bank Stadium's a whole lot bigger than what the Metrodome was. Wow.
A lot more amenities.
Yeah, that's the world we live in. It's about a lot more in the football game. Dawson Garcia at 6'11", and Owen Freeman at 6'10" will jump center. The officials today, all veterans of the Big Ten Wars. Jeffrey Anderson, he and Lamont Simpson are the umpires, the referee, Steve McJunkins. And we're ready to play basketball from the Twin Cities, and Minnesota owns the opening tip. Garcia, a little bit longer reach than Owen Freeman. Minnesota faces an Iowa man-to-man, and here's a steal on the pressure by Owen Freeman. He took it away from Garcia, who came out high for a pass. Now Tony Freeman is fouled as the Hawks break away off the turnover. Owen Freeman doing what he does best. He's always around the basketball.
Has a knack for coming around the post player and knocking the basketball away, coming up with the steal. Good start for the Hawkeyes right there on the defensive end.
As I mentioned in the pregame show, Minnesota has 40 more turnovers than do the Hawkeyes. 80% free throwers, Tony Perkins. And off the steal by Owen Freeman, Perkins gets fouled, makes the first free throw. One more coming. He played 17 seconds, and the Hawks had the first lead of the day. Second free throw took a long look in the well, then hopped out. 1-0 Iowa. And here's Elijah Hawkins in the front court.
Guarded by Josh Dix.
And Dix getting the start. Patrick McCaffrey turned that ankle late in the Nebraska game. That's too bad, but that's basketball. Here's Garcia, long three, no good, rebounded by Cricky. Garcia lets one fly from 25 feet. Hawks say thank you very much. Here's Peyton Sanford. He's chased by Cam Christie. Now Cricky's guarded by Ola Joseph. Hawks running that weave out front. 14 to shoot. Played 1 minute. Here's Freeman, high post left, leaves it for Dix. Minnesota's pressuring out top. Dix drives in, misses the layup. Had a good look at it. Made a great move. Missed the layup, and a run out and a dunk at the other end by Joshua Ola-Joseph. Hawks late getting back. And instead of 3-0, it's 2-1. I think Josh was anticipating some contact there, Bobby.
Looked like he could have had a call there, but no call made, and the Hawks late getting back and covering the backcourt. Easy dunk run out by Ola-Joseph.
Here's a standstill three, way short by Peyton Sanford. Hawkins grabs the rebound for the Gophers. 2-1. Minnesota. Here's a standstill three in transition. No good. Offered up by Cam Christie, the freshman. A little bit out of his range. And a near steal. Now it is a steal. Ball tipped by Hawkins. Garcia run out and a foul, hard foul called on Owen Freeman. And Garcia will get 2 free throws. So the Hawks, after a missed shot, go down 2-1 on a dunk by Christie. Now a steal by Minnesota's quick hands defense, and 2 free throws for Garcia as Owen Freeman gave himself up. Garcia 85% from the charity stripe. Always great when a big guy can make free throws.
He's talented.
Yeah, he really is. Well, he had to be if North Carolina wanted him, and then got homesick and came back to the Twin Cities. Lefty throws in the ball.
Started Marquette and then over to North Carolina and found his way back home, as you said, Gary. But Owen Freeman went up there to contest that, and I don't want to see that first foul on Owen Freeman. Would have liked to let him just go.
3-1 and 4-1. Minnesota's answered the Iowa free throw with a basket and now 2 free throws off the Hawkeye turnover. And another one. Owen Freeman mishandles a Tony Perkins pass. Here's a 3 and no good. They would have brought the house down. Oh, now the Hawkins scrapes the rebound away from Freeman. Lost it out of bounds. It'll be Iowa basketball. What an effort by Elijah Hawkins.
Tell you what, they're active to the basketball. The Hawkeyes are just kind of reaching for the ball. Minnesota's going to the floor to try to dig it out of there. So Fran's letting his team have it a little bit.
Yeah, they got to be a little bit better at securing the basketball. Minnesota's reaching and grabbing. Now Tony Perkins has trouble. Finally gets it across the timeline to Dix. Josh drives in and then has it stolen away from behind by Hawkins. Another turnover by the Hawkeyes and a dunk at the other end. Timeout Iowa.
Yeah, needed that one there. The Hawks come out a little bit flat-footed, and 3 turnovers, I think, by my count there about the Hawkeyes. Yeah, 3 turnovers, 1 by Dix, 1 Perkins, and 1 on Freeman. And Fran's got to take a timeout.
6-1 Minnesota, and most all those points coming off turnovers here in the first 2 minutes. 2 minutes 10 seconds played. Iowa down 6-1. This is after the Hawkeyes took the lead at 1-0. Perkins had 2 free throws, missed one, made one, and that came off a Minnesota turnover. And since that time, the Hawkeyes have had it stolen 3 times. Minnesota's converted those 3 into 4 points.
Brand is lighting them up.
Well, apparently they didn't get the wake-up call.
Oh, early game here, 5 o'clock too. You think they came out early? They were shooting. They looked like they had a lot of energy, really active. But I'll tell you what, Minnesota's a different team than what we've seen the last few years. They came out with quick, active hands on the defensive end, come up with the steals.
Timeout is over. The Hawks will inbound Krikke to Dix, and Hawkins, he's all over the place. He is really quick. 5'11", 165. He looks bigger than that. He and Mike Mitchell are really pressuring the ball. That obviously was the game plan. Get after Dix.
Yeah, get up underneath him and make it tough on his dribble.
Ben Krikke walks with him, or a double dribble they call. My goodness. Hawks had 6 total turnovers in the Nebraska game. 6 total. They've got 4 in the first 2.5 minutes. Now Iowa with some pressure. See if they can force a boo-boo by the Gophers. Mike Mitchell gets it across the midcourt stripe. Leaves it for Hawkins. And Minnesota does a little 3-man dribble handoff out front. Here's Garcia, comes out to get the pass, drives around his man, scores. Found a lane down the lane. Owen Freeman trying to keep up, but now it's 8-1 Minnesota. Garcia gets the basket. Krikke to Dix. Pull-up jumper, no good. Off the left of the iron. Rebound tip and controlled by Cam Christie. Right down the middle of the floor, all the way, and scores. That's called not stopping the basketball.
Well, just kept backpedaling there, did Josh Dix. He's got to make a stand there at the top of the key and make him change direction with the ball. Just don't let him walk in there with the basket.
A 10-0 run by Minnesota finally ends with a jump hook by Krikke in the lane. 10-3. Hopefully that gets Iowa going. Hawks down 7. There's a reverse dribble. Nice move by Hawkins. Throws it into the corner. Pull-up jump shot is good. By the junior Mike Mitchell. Played at Pepperdine before finding his way to Minneapolis. It's 12-3 Gophers. Dix, a handoff to Krikke. Jump shoots and misses at the top of the circle. Kicks long to Elijah Hawkins. They're running again. 3-on-2. Layup good. Garcia. Now that's a 6'11" guy running in traffic. Here's a dunk by Owen Freeman as he slid behind the Gopher defense. And back and forth we go. Nice pass from midcourt. 14-5 after all that. Minnesota's lead is 9. 15:45 to play in the game. It's first half anyway. That's the good news. We're just getting started, so the Hawks need to settle in. Garcia for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Dix clears. Outlets up the near sideline for Tony Perkins. Tony with a high bounce dribble, gets a screen from Freeman. Backdoor cut, layup good by Sanford. Now that's the kind of execution we're looking for.
Really good back cut that time by Peyton Sanford. Just waited till Tony gave him a look in the eye, and then Peyton pulled the string, the back cut, and his defender was overplaying that 3-point line. He can get some easy baskets like that.
Played about 5 minutes. Minnesota's lead is 7. 14-7. Garcia chest bumping with Freeman. Spins, shoots, and misses right baseline. Nice move by Garcia. Missed the jump hook. Freeman clears. Good job by Owen standing his ground. Iowa can get back to within 5 here. Sanford. Catch on the wing. Drives into a double team. Right back to Freeman. Missed the jumper. Missed the money right in front of the rim.
Alley-oop.
Owen Freeman. That's 2 he's missed in close. Hawks got to try and defend now at the other end. Corner jump shot, no good. And a rebound by Minnesota. Garcia shot fake up, no good. Rebounded by Freeman. Clears it out. It looks for an outlet. Now throws it ahead to Perkins. Boy, a lot of contact. They're letting him play. Here's Sanford for 3. Good. He curled it in. A step back, Caitlin Clark style for 3.
It was right there. Peyton has been shooting it so well this past month, and that time he just wanted a sliver of daylight. He got it with that step back, as you mentioned, Gary. Drains the first 3 for the Hawkeyes.
He's had the last 5 points. It's a 7-0 run for the Hawkeyes. 14-10 Minnesota with 14:10 to play. First period. We await the under-16 timeout. Here's a high bounce dribble into the corner. Jump shot now from the wing. Good. Pretty jump shot by Joshua Ola Joseph. He had 17 at Indiana the other night. We've got a couple already. Iowa down 6, 16-10, but a much better flow for the Hawkeyes right now. Here's Dix. Drives inside off a pass from Sanford and banks the shot in. Nice move. Josh Dix, aggressive move.
A lot of contact there on that play. Josh played through the contact and got the basket to drop off the glass.
Hawks back to within 4, 16-12. What a wild start to this game on ML King Day in Minneapolis. Gophers by 4, 13:26 to play in the opening period. There's a stop and go move, drive down the left side of the lane by Ola Joseph. He's guarded by Cricky. A jump shot from out top, no good. Clean look at it for Cam Christie, but he missed it. Short-stringed it. Now the Hawkeyes get the rebound. Dix into the front court, going all the way, drives it in deep. Now throws back on point to Owen Freeman. Here's Perkins. Out of Freeman's screen. Tony pulls up, shoots a three. No good. That's out of his range. And rebounded by Elijah Hawkins of Minnesota. 12:56 to play in the half. Still 16-12 Gophers. Here's Hawkins driving inside and traveled with it. How about that step back there by Owen Freeman? Hawkins got handed off to Freeman, and he moved him right out of bounds. Traveling call.
Nice job without fouling too, Gary. Just bodied up on him and forced him down to the baseline and out of bounds.
Our first officials timeout of the game right here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. That was quite the first 7 and 10 seconds. 7 minutes, 10 seconds played. Minnesota's 16 led 10-1. Now it's 16-12 of the Hawks. As the Hawks have responded and fought back. We've got 12:51 to go in the first half. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Hawkeye basketball from Minnesota. Gophers have the lead at the moment, 16-12. Iowa got a free throw to start the game, and then Minnesota ran in 10 points. Half of those off Iowa turnovers. The Hawks responded with a 7-0 run and now trail it by 4 at 16-12. The start of today's game is brought to you by Farmers State Bank. Earn $250 when you open an eligible checking account at the Tiffin branch or online. Get rewarded for banking with FSB. Farmers State Bank. Visit myfsbonline.com for complete details. Subject to approval, minimum $50 deposit. Requires e-statements and direct deposit. Member FDIC. We're back to action. Both teams have substituted freely. Brock Harding has the ball for Iowa. After the Minnesota turnover. Gives it to his backcourt mate, Dasani Bowen. Now doubled. Uses up his dribble. Looks for help. Somebody better come help him. Cricky does. 6 to shoot. And here's a nice hook pass. Cricky, a no-look pass to a weak side cutting Peyton Sanford for the layup as the shot clock was about to expire.
Such a heady play by Peyton Sanford. He was way at the top of the key, being overplayed. He just realized that the clock winded down, made a sharp scoring cut from the top of the key to the basket. Got the pass from Cricky for the hoop.
Great pass by Ben. Here's a baseline drive by Minnesota. Now into the corner, a three. Rims and comes out. A 3-ball from deep in the corner by Braden Carrington, one of their substitutes just into the game after a nice pass from Parker Fox. Here's a corner jumper, good by Cricky. Tie game at 16.
How about that? The Hawks fight back, down 10-1, and behind Peyton Sanford and Ben Cricky right there. The duo ties this score up.
Gets the black and gold up and the maroon and gold in their seats. Tie game at 16. Here's a drive, a shot, and a score. Going to his left, Mike Mitchell. Young man from Pepperdine. Good looking jump shot there as Bowen just backed off him and gave him the free look from 15 feet. Minnesota back in front, 18-16. Harding Jump passes to a cutting Krikke, and he scores off the glass. Terrific dish by Brock Harding.
He did not panic after he picked up his dribble there, was harassed by Elijah Hawkins, and Krikke bails him out with another sharp scoring cut right to the hoop. Received the pass and the hoop.
It's got like an NBA flow to it already. 18-18, and we have 11 minutes to go in the first half. Minnesota slows the pace down. Now a drive, top of the key left, baseline feed. Here's a drive inside. Reverse layup, no good. Parker Fox threw it up there too hard. It was well executed by Minnesota, but no score. Harding comes back for the Hawkeyes after the rebound. Stop and go move. Brock gets into in deep left of the lane. Now throws it to Bowen out top. Desante dribbling around in space. Ladji Dembele has it. Back to Bowen. Krikke wants the ball. Bowen's trying to get it to him. Now drives inside to Krikke. His jump shot at the foul line. Good. Ben Krikke, he's in one of those zones as the Hawks regain the lead at 20-18.
4 baskets now for Ben Krikke. He's got 8 points to lead the Hawkeyes. And that one just shot it in the flow after we received the pass right at the free throw line area. You're right. He's got in that zone right now.
He scored the last 6 Iowa points. Minnesota down 2. And with the catch, top of the key is this Farrell Payne. He drives inside, blocked away by Dembele, and then a foul on an offensive rebound. Fouled on Iowa. And the ball came off there kind of funny. It was grabbed by Parker Fox, and he was fouled on the putback. But terrific block by Ladji Dembele as Farrell Payne, the 6'9", 255-pound sophomore, drove it at him, and Ladji said, out of here. 20-18, Iowa has come back to take the lead. We're halfway through the first half. Hawk fans, you can drive your team to a victory this season by filling up with unleaded 88 with quick rewards at any Quick Star location. Fueled up with 8 gallons or more of unleaded 88. And you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win great prize packages throughout the season. Quick Star, proud partner of Hawkeye Basketball. And that's what it is, Hawkeye Basketball, courtesy of Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited. We provide experiential travel and vacation planning for Hawkeye fans across the state. Contact one of our destination experts to start planning your next trip at duagency.com.
What happens when you call your insurance company?
If you have water in your basement, press 1.
Most big companies have a recorded message or an app.
If you are in your living room and see sky when you look up, press 2.
But when something bad happens, you just want to talk to a person. On a day like that, that phone line can end up feeling like a lifeline. At a time like that, you want a company like West Bend, because the worst brings out our best.
If there is a tree in your bedroom, press 3.
Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Are your car payments baking you crazy? Bring home the bacon. When you move your car loan to Community Choice and get up to 3 months of no car payments. Your bacon called? It's ready to go home. Bring home the bacon at unbankyourbacon.com. Loans subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details. Are your car payments baking you crazy? Bring home the bacon. When you move your car loan to Community Choice and get up to 3 months of no car payments. Your bacon called? It's ready to go home. Bring home the bacon at unbankyourbacon.com. Loans subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Get your medical card online and visit their dispensary for the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Search Bud & Mary's online.
Hawks have settled into a good flow now. They've turned Minnesota over a couple times, but they're playing much better defense and have come back from a 10-1 deficit to regain the lead over Minnesota, 20-18. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Gary Dolphin and Bobby Hansen. Our engineer producer is Corey Sheets. We welcome you into the broadcast on Martin Luther King federal holiday. Tonight, the Iowa caucuses will unfold. A busy, busy Monday all the way around, Bobby, and this is the way the week should start.
Absolutely, yeah. A fantastic Monday here, and the Hawks get down 10-1. We don't like how that started, but love the fight and the energy that they came in and got this thing going behind Peyton Sanford and Ben Krikke in particular, guys that really got it going there. So now we got some more subs in there, but that's a team. When you can get behind like that early, Gary, and then you fight back, you're a tough team. You got some character on your side.
2 free throws coming for Parker Fox on an offensive rebound from Matomidi, Minnesota. Went to Northern State College before transferring here. Just a 50% free thrower. 20-18. Iowa sends out Price Sanford for the first time. Bowen stays in. Brock Harding stays in. So Krikke and Lodgy, Dembele are the workhorses inside. First free throw no good by Fox. Still 20-18 Iowa. And he sends the second one up and through. 1 point game, 20-19. Iowa's lead is 1. Hawks have the ball. Bowen into the front court. A jab step at Braden Carrington. They have a couple new faces out there too. Payne stays in as well. But Hawkins is back in. Elijah Hawkins chasing Brock Harding around. No look pass inside. And Lodgy Dembele has the shot swatted back at him. But right to a teammate, Price Sanford. Still 7 to shoot. Harding puts up a jump shot. That's way short. Lodgy couldn't get to the rebound. He's walled off by Braden Carrington. Carrington gets the ball to Hawkins. Minnesota shoots for the lead. Krikke is fronting the big guy. Payne inside.
Good defense too.
Trying to get it to him. Here's a wing pass now to Isaiah Enan.
No opening.
Yeah, 10 to shoot for Minnesota. 9-10 to play in the half. 1 point game. Iowa up 1. Here's a long three. No good. They'll give him that all night long. The three by Carrington. Way short. Sophomore hustles back chasing Brock Harding. Price Sanford with the ball. It'd be nice to see Price get going with his guns ablaze. Here's Harding, turns the corner, got down the left side of the key, throws back to the free throw line, and Krikke. He drives inside around. His big man gets shoved to the floor.
Wrestled to the ground.
The shot wasn't even close because he gets shoved in the back. No call. Fran McCaffrey not happy about that. Here's a steal by Krikke. What a way to come back. He picked a pass, a 2-on-1 the other way, and Price Sanford has the shot blocked, but Krikke chasing the play down gets the putback.
Krikke had his fingerprints all over that play right there.
Krikke.
Yeah, he came off the floor, came up with a steal, and finally did the basket he got after the assist. I think it was Brock Harding.
That's an amazing sequence. And Kricke's got 10 points, rewarded for his effort. Iowa up 3, 22-19. 8 minutes and 12 seconds to play first half. Love the way the Hawks are giving effort here now. Here's a catch right of the circle, and a drive inside by Farrell Payne draws a foul. Not sure.
Dembele, yeah. Lodgy got
It's on Lodgy? Okay.
No free throws should be awarded, though. Those on the floor.
Hawks have shut out the Gophers the last 4 minutes, save for 1 free throw. Very good effort. Now out of the game is Elijah Hawkins, as well as the 6'8" Parker Fox. Minnesota basketball after the foul. Yep. And a steal by Harding. Brock takes off for the other end. Garcia's back in the game. A behind the back pass and a dunk. And a dunk for Owen Freeman. I thought I heard that whistle too soon, but a 30-second timeout asked for by Ben Johnson. Mishandled pass, turnover Minnesota. Brock Harding, you're not going to catch him, but he saw Garcia coming at him at 6'11", and behind the back, no look, fed it to Owen Freeman for the dunk.
Heady play by the freshman. The 2 men from Moline right there convert the nice little help out there. 24-19 now. The Hawks are biggest lead of the game, and now that's 4 turnovers on Minnesota. The Hawks have 4. Those all occurred in about the first 3 minutes.
Set up the best zone defense from home heating costs this winter. Tune up your furnace, seal up drafts around your home, and visit MidAmericanEnergy.com to find more ways to keep warm with less energy. Mid-American Energy. This is Hawkeye basketball, presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bose, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
Right now, new and current customers can get any phone for free at US Cellular. So you can connect with all your family members this holiday season, like your snowbird grandparents, your adorable nieces, or your favorite uncle. Just think, with any phone free from US Cellular, you can even call your aunt who always makes you talk to your cousin, who's a dog. Or, maybe just send her a festive text. Everyone can get the gift of connection at US Cellular. Get any phone free today. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Welcome back to Hawkeye basketball at the Barn, the Williams Fieldhouse, the Williams Arena in Minneapolis on the campus of Minnesota. Reminds me a lot of the old Iowa Fieldhouse, although this is a much bigger building. But the fact it was on campus, close to everything, and good crowd turned out here on ML King Day as the Hawkeyes have the lead at 24-19. Iowa got down early 10-1 thanks to turnovers. Now it's been the flip of that. Hawks are turning Minnesota over, Bobby.
They really are. It was 6-0 and points off turnovers in favor of Minnesota early. Now it's 7-6. The Hawkeyes with this young lineup here with the freshman and either Ben Crickey or Owen Freeman back in there with these guys.
The back-to-back baskets for the Hawks off Minnesota miscues, and it's 24-19 Iowa, 7:40 to play in the first half. Minnesota basketball. Ooh, Owen Freeman almost got nabbed with his second foul. There is a whistle and a foul on Harding. Garcia with a nice catch at the free throw line, and Freeman came over his shoulder. They let him play on, and then Garcia hooked a pass underneath the basket to Farrell Payne, and nothing but Brock Harding could do but foul him. Payne at 6'9" would have dunked the ball. So put him at the foul line. He makes the first free throw. Payne on the season at just 36%, and he's missed a bunch of them. He and Fox. That has really skewed that Minnesota free throw conversion percentage. For the Gophers, out of the game, Isaiah Enan and Braden Carrington, as the Gophers get more of their starters back on the floor. Second free throw is no good, so good foul by Brock. Just the third team foul on the Hawkeyes. Minnesota likewise has committed 3. 7.5 to play in the period. First half, Iowa 24, Minnesota 20. Bryce Sanford now running the point.
Here I go to look to Owen Freeman inside somehow.
Here's Bowen. Desante around a screen to Lodgy. He's going to jack up a 3. That's no good. Owen Freeman rips the rebound away. Here's a drive to the basket. Shot up and good by Bowen. Second chance points engineered by Owen Freeman.
Yeah, well, he went right up between 2 Minnesota rebounders and snagged that rebound and found the cutter. Desante Bowen on the right.
Deep 3 from the left wing. In and out, no good. Minnesota settling for long jump shots early in the shot clock. Bowen skies for the rebound. Desante on his horse to Bryce Sanford. He holds up foul line left. Now Harding, reverse dribble move along the far sideline. Gets it inside to the big guy. Owen Freeman, freshman to freshman. Owen banging bodies, curls into the paint, now gives it back to Brock Harding. Came close to stepping on the baseline, 7 to shoot. Harding dribbling around, looking for an open teammate. Can't find one, gets inside, flips it up there, hits the rim, no good. Tipped out to Minnesota's Hawkins. He races into the front court. 26-20, Iowa's lead is 6. A long 3, no good. Again, they're shooting early in the clock, and the Hawks invite that. Cam Christie with the long attempt from 3.
3-point shooting, Gary. 0 for 10, Minnesota.
Iowa with a rebound, and now a hooking foul called on the frustrated Cam Christie. He's a freshman from Arlington Heights, younger brother of Max, who starred at Michigan State. And the Hawkeyes are really taking it to Minnesota. It's 26-20 Hawks with 6:08 to play in the first half. The Hawks were down 10-1, then went off on a 23-9 blitz. We talked earlier about which bench can provide more firepower today. So far, it's been the Hawks. Josh Dix comes back in, as does Tony Perkins. Bryce Sanford stays in. He inbounds it to the percolator. Tony to Dembele. Now a line drive feed to Bryce Sanford. Pull up jump shot short. Owen Freeman had the rebound, and he's run into by a Gopher. That'll be a foul on Minnesota. That was easy. I don't know what Mike Mitchell's complaining about. He knocked the ball and
2 fouls on him.
Owen Freeman sideways, so he's going to have to come out. It looks like Braden Carrington, the sophomore from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, will re-enter. Not a shooting foul. 4th team foul on Minnesota. For the Hawkeyes, Peyton Sanford's had a good breather. He'll come back in. Peyton's got 7 points. Crickey leads the Hawks. He's in double figures with 10. Here's Dix on the catch. On a screen. Right back to Owen Freeman, and he slam dunks it. Be careful, Owen. Don't hang on that rim too long. Slam dunked it on a high screen and roll in Boomtown.
Caught it in traffic too, Gary, then went right up without putting the ball on the floor and got the dunk.
Minnesota with the ball down 8 now, 28-20, and here's a three that does fall for Joshua Ola-Joseph. So that chops the Iowa lead back to 5, 28-25. Perkins quickly into the front court for Iowa. 5.5 to go, first period. Minnesota, after 0 for 10, finally hit a three. Here's Bryce Sanford. Shot fake, drives inside, leans in with the left hand, misses the layup, but it's tipped to Tony Perkins. Up and good by TP on the putback. Second chance points, a factor for Iowa now.
Hammering that offensive glass right there. That's Owen Freeman. I think Peyton was there, and Tony got the loose ball.
Hawkins drives in deep. Hits a trailing Garcia. He's banging into Owen Freeman, and a foul and a basket on Owen Freeman. He took the pump fake, and that's his second. Owen's going to... Oh, that's his first is all? I thought
no,
he
that's
had one
second.
hurt.
Yeah, no, that hurts.
Oh, that hurts, you said. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's going to have to come out for Ben Krikke.
Playing so well.
Yeah, he is. That's too bad. Freeman leaves the game for the remaining 4:57 of the first half. Garcia shoots the and one. Freeman's got 7 rebounds to go with 6 points. Garcia hits the three-point play, so that's back-to-back threes. A basket in the conventional way, 30-26. Iowa's 8-point lead chopped to 4. And the crowd gets into it. Here's Dix. Not about a step back three. Instead goes left wing for Krikke. 4:42 to play till halftime.
Keep moving.
Krikke hands the ball off to Peyton. He's going to his left. Throws up a three. No good. Rebounded by Elijah Hawkins of Minnesota. He's averaging 4 or 5 rebounds a game. For a 5'11" guard, he can get up. Minnesota, Ben Johnson says, back it out. Let's get into the half court. Deliberate. Move the ball. Here's Hawkins. Dribbling in on Tony Perkins. Gets around him on a double move. Throws to the corner to Ola-Joseph. He's not open for 3. Here's a traveling on Braden Carrington. Good job by Tony Perkins and Peyton Sanford flying at Carrington. He was going to jack from 3 and then put the ball on the floor and picked it up and walked with it.
It's called a closeout, Gary. You got to run at him and force him off that three-point shot. Put the ball on the floor. Usually results in a travel. That's 5 turnovers for Minnesota.
Now, the Hawks had 4 early turnovers 2-3 minutes into the game. They haven't turned it over since. 3:58 to play in the half. Iowa 30, Minnesota 26. Peyton Sanford driving left into the corner. Standstill jumper. Dix, no good. Josh short string that one. Rebounded by Joshua Ola-Joseph. Ahead to Elijah Hawkins. And Ben Johnson again wants that half-court deliberate spread the floor. Hawkins. A give to Braden Carrington. Back to Hawkins. Stop and go move. And then Tony Perkins pushed the ball away. Knocked it away. Hawkins runs it down and now gives it up. Tony says bring it on. They get it to the big guy Garcia. He's going to drive in on Krikke, leans in and scores. Boy, he's a tough guard with that left-handed move.
With the left hand, yeah, he's always going to go over his right shoulder. He faked to the middle and then turned to the baseline side over the right shoulder on Ben. Ben didn't want to get the foul, gave up the hoop.
Hawks need a score. They've been stuck on 30. It's 30-28, and now a turnover. Peyton Sanford's pass is deflected away, and here's Minnesota running, looking to tie the game. Oh, now they throw it away. Peyton Sanford gets the ball on the floor, and timeout asked for by Iowa.
Good job, Iowa.
Good job, Peyton. After he had a lazy pass deflected away for a turnover, he scraped it away from Garcia and company. And that is 6 turnovers on Minnesota. The Hawks now have 5 for the game. So we'll regroup with 2:54 to play.
I think they call this a 30-second timeout. Becomes a full.
I think it's a full timeout. We're waiting for the under 4 timeout. So we'll assume it is. The Hawks 30, Minnesota 28. Let's all regroup, take a breath. We'll be back in a minute to Minneapolis. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Car Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Are your car payments baking you crazy? Bring home the bacon when you move your car loan to Community Choice and get up to 3 months of no car payments. Your bacon called. It's ready to go home. Bring home the bacon at unbankyourbacon.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
Hawks hanging on to a 30-28 lead with 2:54 to play in the first half here from Williams Arena in Minneapolis. The Barn. Big Ten basketball on Monday, Martin Luther King Day. Thanks for joining us on the Hawkeye Radio Network. March is a great time to schedule your vasectomy, guys. The expert urologists at UI Healthcare specialize in both standard and minimally invasive vasectomy procedures. This March, get benched and recover in front of the TV for March Madness. Schedule your appointment now. Visit uihc.org/appointment. As a proud sponsor of the Hawks, U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Hawkeye possession. Iowa needs a score. They've gone 2.5 minutes, Bobby, without a point.
Yeah, Minnesota's connected on 3 of their last 3 field goal attempts. They need a good offensive possession here. Let's see what Coach drew up in the timeout.
Bowen with the basketball to Krikke. Krikke leading Iowa in scoring with 10. He's double teamed left wing and then threw it away, but gets it back. Gets it to Sanford, to Dix. Josh drives inside and fouled, and count the basket. A score and a foul. Again, like he did the other night against Nebraska, got in deep, got up in the air and hung there and drew the contact.
Took the body contact up top while he was in the air, and then had the sense of mind to throw it up off the glass on the right side there. Josh Dix, big play. Good hustle by all the Hawks there to recover that loose ball.
Iowa at the foul line for the conventional and 1 3-point play. Both teams struggling from 3-point territory. Iowa 1 of 6, Minnesota 1 of 11. Dix, a very good free thrower, completes the 3-point play, and the Hawks are back up 5, 33-28 with 2.5 remaining in the first period. Hawkins into the front court, throws to a double team teammate, and is picked off. Taken away by Dix. Tony Perkins back, scores on the layup. Points off turnovers. Oh, the Hawks threw a double team on Mike Mitchell, and he couldn't get it through or around anybody, and the Hawks come away with it. The Hawks have Bowen and Dix. Desante Bowen, those sophomores, in the guard court. Krikke, Peyton Sanford, and Tony Perkins now playing inside. Hawkins drives it in deep on Peyton Sanford. Nowhere to go. 10 to shoot. Minute 55 to play in the first half. Garcia tries to get around Krikke. No going. Here's a long, desperate 3. No good. Put up by Hawkins. Hawks get a clear out after a rebound by Dix. Here's Iowa running. Bowen to Krikke. Layup good. Beating Minnesota, turning Minnesota inside out on the way down the floor.
That is good basketball that time by the Hawkeyes. The throw ahead to Peyton Sanford, and then he kicks it over to Dix, and Dix the assist. Or the assist to Ben Krikke by Desante Bowen. Ben with the basket.
Iowa down 9 early, now leads it by 9. Here's a drive and a score inside on Peyton Sanford. Pretty move by 6'7" Joshua Ola-Joseph. He took matters into his own hands and scored off the glass. 37-30 Iowa. 1:09 to play in the half. Krikke shut off by Garcia. Hits a driving Desante Bowen. He missed the layup in heavy traffic. A lot of contact. Minnesota rebounds and brings it back. Here's a 3 in transition. No good. Weak side putback is good. Nobody home on the weak side, and Carrington had an easy layup.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate break there for the Hawkeyes. The ball was way off, almost an air ball long, and Carrington gets an easy putback.
37-32. Minnesota responds with a couple field goals. Here's Dix on a layup and missed the layup, but will get free throws.
Push from behind.
Pretty pass by Peyton Sanford. Josh had the layup, but the shove in the back took the shot away. and it rolled off the left of the iron, but he'll get 2 free throws. 38.1 to play till halftime. 38 seconds remaining till intermission, and the Hawks are up 5, 37-32.
Second foul on their leading scorer in this game, Joshua Joseph.
At the game or at home, Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages will score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, combine it with natural spices, and you get the best tasting hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. 2 free throws for Josh Dix. He's having another solid half.
Yeah, he really is, Gary. In the starting role now, he's perfect from the free throw line, 3 for 3. He's got 7 total points.
33 seconds to play. Iowa back up 7, 39-32. And Minnesota, did they beat the shot clock or the 10-second clock? They did not. Turnover, Minnesota. The Iowa 1-2-2 turns them over again.
Really good press right there. We got an injury on the floor. One of the Minnesota guys, the point guard, I think, Elijah Hawkins, came down, twisted that ankle.
That, and I think his pride's twisted a little bit too. He's the one who committed the turn, or didn't get it across the timeline, but he's got a half a dozen assists here in the first half. He's as good as advertised. So the Hawks will get it off the 8th Minnesota turnover. Hey, now's your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm and partner with Iowa men's basketball and serving charities throughout eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com. I think the Hawks would drain clock here, huh?
Yeah, there's about 8 different shot clock to game clocks. The Hawks have 10 to shoot and 18 on the game clock.
Brock Harding comes in for ball handling purposes. Iowa with a 7-point lead in the ball. Here's a jump shot by Peyton Sanford. No good. Missed wide left. Minnesota with a rebound. 5 seconds to go in the half. Hawkins throws up a long 3 in transition. Missed it. Rebounded Iowa at the horn. What a nice rally by Iowa after getting down by 9. Turning the ball over in the first 3 minutes, down 10-1. The Hawks came back to get the lead to 9 and lead it by 7 at the break, 39-32. Our Bud Light halftime show is coming up next. Hawk fans, Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield know you're here for every fadeaway, every alley-oop, every buzzer beater. And Wellmark is here for every moment, too, with trusted healthcare coverage committed to making healthcare better. Learn more at wellmark.com/hoops. Stay tuned for the halftime coverage brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light, a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. 39-32 at the half. Iowa over Minnesota in the barn. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Right now, new and current customers can get any phone for free at U.S. Cellular. So you can connect with all your family members this holiday season, like your snowbird grandparents, your adorable nieces, or your favorite uncle. Just think, with any phone free from U.S. Cellular, you could even call your aunt who always makes you talk to your cousin, who's a dog. Or, maybe just send her a festive text. Everyone can get the gift of connection at U.S. Cellular. Get any phone free today. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
This has been the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half on the Hawkeye Sports Network. This is the Bud Light halftime show. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
What a first half. Back and forth. Minnesota led by 9 early. Iowa roared back, started turning over the Gophers. Just the reverse of what happened at the start of the game. And the Hawks got up 9, and they lead it by 7 at the break, 39-32. Points off turnovers, 12-6 in favor of Iowa. That's been a key stat. Free throws, not so much. Let's check out the Latham Seeds charity stripe recap here at the break. Minnesota made 5 of 7. The Hawkeyes 4 of 5. That's the charity stripe recap. Sponsored by Latham High-Tech Seeds. You know, the Hawks have a diverse combination of talent, and at Latham High-Tech Seeds, you'll find the most diverse portfolio in the industry. Diversify for success at lathamseeds.com. The rest of the stats courtesy of our friends at Bud Light, sponsoring the halftime show, and our friends at Hy-Vee. Those are coming up right after we pause. Iowa leads 39-32 at halftime. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Criminal charge or complicated family law situation? Carr Law Firm has the trial experts you need. As experienced trial attorneys, we understand how much is on the line. Go to carlawiowa.com for a free consultation. That's Carr with 2 R's, lawiowa.com.
Right now, new and current customers can get any phone for free at US Cellular. So you can connect with all your family members this holiday season, like your snowbird grandparents, your adorable nieces, or your favorite uncle. Just think, with any phone free from US Cellular, you could even call your aunt who always makes you talk to your cousin, who's a dog. Or, you know, maybe just send her a festive text. Everyone can get the gift of connection at US Cellular. Get any phone free today. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
Join Iowa women's basketball coach Lisa Bluter and Iowa men's basketball coach Fran McCaffrey for Hawk Talk, live from the Hyatt Regency in Coralville's Iowa River Landing. Check out the schedule on HawkeyeSports.com.
True cannabis products like concentrates, vapes, tablets, creams are available legally in Iowa, but only at licensed medical dispensaries. Get a med card online, quick and easy. I got mine in less than a day. Chronic pain is the most common condition. Search for Bud & Mary's online or call their dispensary to learn how you can get your med card. Bud & Mary's grows real cannabis, not hemp. That means their products contain real THC with no percentage limits. Find an Iowa licensed dispensary near you at budmary.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
39-32 Iowa over Minnesota at halftime here in Minneapolis. Here's our halftime stat recap courtesy of Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the all-new totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership. Hawks shot 48.5%. Much better ending to the half than the start of it when they got down 9 and had 4 turnovers in the first 3 minutes and only 1 in the final 15 minutes. And have 6 more points off turnovers than the Gophers. In fact, it was the Hawks who started turning Minnesota over, and that's a big reason why they lead by 7 at the break. Iowa hit 17 of 35 shots, just 1 of 6 from distance, and 4 of 5 from the foul line. Hawks have out-rebounded Minnesota by 3, 20-17. Led in scoring by Ben Crickey's 12. Josh Dix and Peyton Sanford have 7 each. Owen Freeman, with those 2 fouls, scored 6 in the first half and leads Iowa with 7 rebounds. For Minnesota, 13 of 30. That's 43%. 1 of 14 from beyond the three-point stripe and 5 of 7 from the foul line. 11 points each for Joshua Ola-Joseph and Dawson Garcia. Nobody else with more than 4. Hawks with 28 paint scores to 18 for the Gophers. So Iowa, when they get the break going, they've had some easy layups, evidence 28-18 advantage in paint scores. Iowa 39, Minnesota 32 at the half. We're back with more on our halftime coverage courtesy of Bud Light right after this. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
I'm Ingrid Lizarraga, breast surgeon at the University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center, the state's only NCI-designated cancer center. Here, we look beyond just the type of cancer you have to discover the molecular details of the disease. We have teams dedicated to each cancer type, with treatments and trials you won't find anywhere else in Iowa. Go to uihc.org/cancer.
At the half, the Hawkeyes lead Minnesota 39-32. Elsewhere around the country, let's give you a U.S. Bank scoreboard update. One other game in the Big Ten today. Michigan at home outlasted Ohio State 73-65. That was a good game to watch between those two old rivals. Around the country, 11th ranked Marquette beat Villanova 87-74. Now in the NFL playoffs, wild card game going on in snowy Buffalo. It's the Bills 24, the Pittsburgh Steelers 10 in the closing seconds of the third period. Later, the Eagles are at Tampa Bay. The Hawkeye women moved up to number 2 in the country with a victory over number 14 Indiana Saturday. That, coupled with UCLA's loss this weekend, have the Hawks at number 2 behind only South Carolina. Third-ranked Hawkeye wrestlers welcome Minnesota to Carver Hawkeye tonight at 7 o'clock. That duel can be heard on KXIC in Iowa City and on the official Iowa Hawkeye YouTube channel. Before we take a break, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification from Minneapolis, where Iowa leads Minnesota 39-32. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye basketball. We'll be back in just a bit to hear from Bobby Hansen and Sherman Dillard. He had the scout on today's game. We'll talk about that first half. Iowa leads 39-32. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Hey everyone, Chef Brandon here. The Burger Shed features signature handcrafted burgers, real ice cream shakes, and machine shed classics you already know and love, like the award-winning pork tenderloin and smoked turkey Reuben sandwiches. Plus everyone's favorite dessert, the apple dumpling. With plenty of big screen TVs and several local beers on draft, Burger Shed is a perfect place to watch your favorite sports team on game day. And every day, burgers, beers, and a whole bunch of BS. Burger Shed, Bass Pro Drive, Altoona.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Car Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Royal Flooring has everything you and your home needs from the floors up. We proudly serve Des Moines area homes as your local one-stop shop for flooring, tile appliances, cabinetry, countertops, and more. Visit shoproyalflooring.com to give your home the royal treatment today.
Before we go to the second half, Iowa leading 39-32 over the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Hawks trying to get back to level 500 for the season in the Big Ten at 3-3. Let's go down to Bobby Hansen. He's in the hallway with Hawkeye assistant coach Sherman Dillard, and sponsored by your Iowa John Deere dealers. Your great dealers like P&K Midwest in Hiawatha.
Sherman, he got down 10-1, but he made an unbelievable comeback. How were you guys able to do that?
Well, we did respond. They're a quick team. At times they can be very deliberate, not run as much. But I guess what they decided to do was really push it in transition. Finally, midway through the half, we decided we made a concerted effort to get back. They struggled scoring against our half-court defense. On the other end, guys, I thought we started moving the basketball, cutting back door because they are into our space. They're putting a lot of pressure. Thought we did a decent job of handling that pressure.
What do you expect here to start the second half?
Well, they have a moniker of being a good second half team. We just got to make sure we win these next 4 minutes and not let that happen here.
Okay, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sherman's spot on. That first 4 minutes of the second half needs to be a whole lot better than the first 4 minutes of the first half, and we know it will be. Sherman Dillard with Bobby Hansen is sponsored by P&K Midwest in Hiawatha, your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye basketball. We go to the second half. Iowa basketball is sponsored by Bud & Mary's. They have the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Bud & Mary's. Getting a medical card is fast and easy online. Visit budmary.com and learn more. And if you or someone you know needs support, please right now call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. And the Hawks, first 2 or 3 minutes of the game, they scored 1 free throw, and Minnesota ran in 10 off 3 Iowa turnovers. Not used to seeing the Hawks look that ragged, but remember, this is the road in the Big Ten. Every venue like this is loud, noisy, and, Iowa's playing a lot of young players.
Yeah, there's some tough turnovers in there by the Hawks that you don't expect to happen, but Tony makes that first free throw 1 or 2, and then they rattled off the next 10. But to their credit, they did not lay down and die right there. The Hawkeyes fought back and had, a 23-9 run there to push it to 24-19, and really the Hawks come to play here. Just the inside game. Got to keep Owen Freeman on the floor with the talk down the hallway. You expect them to probably try to attack him inside.
Iowa gets the ball to start the second half, and we're underway. Be nice to get a 2 or a 3 right out of the gate. Here's Cricky driving inside. Got a smaller man on him. Misses the shot off glass. Freeman had the rebound knocked away from him. Owen's always in position.
He is. He just moves his man deeper and deeper underneath the basket in the paint there. Almost got him a nice, easy putback there, but the ball was knocked out of bounds by Minnesota.
Hawks get the ball back. 19 on the shot clock. Perkins will inbound. Looking and hits a cutting Dix. He lays it up and in. The old wheel route there. 3 guys coming off a high post screen. And once again, friends, magic in those underneath out of bounds showing itself.
Good way to put it. It is magic. They score on 90% of the times they're underneath their own basket.
Hawks are up 9, 41-32. And see some more of that good half-court defense that Sherman Dillard was talking about. Here's Elijah Hawkins, the transfer from Howard University in D.C. Now a drive into the corner by Mike Mitchell Jr. He formerly of Pepperdine. Minnesota with 1 to shoot. They get it off and a 3. Oh. The crowd talked Cam Christie into shooting a 3 as the shot clock was about to expire.
I'm with you, Gary. I don't think he had any idea the clock was winding down.
He didn't. They're 2 of 15 from 3. Tough break for the Hawkeyes. And Minnesota's back to within 6. Here's Peyton Sanford driving into the paint. Turn, jump hooks it up and in. Beautiful play by Peyton up over the top of Cam Christie, and the Hawks are back up 8, 43-35.
What they don't realize that Peyton Sanford's got good length. He can take you down low and post you up.
Here's a shot fake and a drive and a grab on Ben Cricky. He was trying to post up and guard Joshua Ola-Joseph. I mean, Ola-Joseph 6'7". He can put the ball on the floor and drive, can't he?
Yeah, he sure can. They're just the first foul, though, on Ben.
Garcia gathers in the bounce pass. Minnesota now. They clear out for Garcia. He bangs into Owen Freeman, turns and scores with the left hand. Dawson Garcia, formerly of Marquette in North Carolina, back home in Minneapolis. He's got 13. Here's Owen Freeman, fouled from behind by Garcia. He was going up to dunk it in.
And it
finally went in. It went up to the top of the square.
Like a pinball.
Rolled around and then dropped down through, but it will not count because it had touched the out of bounds section behind the glass. But Owen will get 2 free throws. Freeman wanted that basket the worst way. That would have been the longest delayed 2 in the history of the game. And now he misses a free throw. One more coming for Owen. Iowa's lead is 43-37. We played a minute and a half here in the second period. Second free throw, good. Owen Freeman gets his first marker of the second half. He's got 7 for the game. 7 rebounds as well. Garcia into the front court, chased by Owen Freeman. He takes him down low. He's trying to get that third foul on Owen. They work it around weak side. Oh, it looked like a walk there. Jump shot is good by Cam Christie. That's not a freshman move there.
No, big time move that time by Christie, moving to his right, crossover to his left, and pulled up and shot the 15-foot jumper.
Iowa's lead cut to 5. Sanford tries to get 3 back, short. He rushed the shot, 44-39. Minnesota clears out. Garcia has it stolen away by Dix, and Dix is run into by Elijah Hawkins, trying to ignite that fast break. And that'll be a personal on Elijah Hawkins.
More good defense there, though, by Josh Dix.
Just his first personal foul. And the first of the second half on the Gophers. Iowa will have it outside court, just in Minnesota territory. 17:45 to play in the game. 44-39. Iowa's lead is 5. It's Perkins, Peyton Sanford, Owen Freeman, Ben Cricky, and Josh Dix to start the second half. Dix chase now, handed off to Garcia. A lob backdoor. Freeman will get the layup this time. Didn't bother with the dunk. He wanted to use the glass.
That was a pretty feed that time by Josh Dix. Took his time and put it on the money over the top of the defense, carrying nobody home at the rim.
Yeah, he recognized the switch. He had Garcia on him and a much smaller man on Owen Freeman. 46-39. Here's a 3 deep left wing. No good. Minnesota keeps firing up the threes. That one missed the mark by Mike Mitchell Jr. Now Peyton Sanford. Oh, he tried a cute dribble. Had the ball stolen away. And a dunk at the other end. Unforced error. Turnover Iowa. 46-41. The Hawkeye lead cut to 5.
Christie with 7 quick second half points.
Perkins drives in on the smaller Hawkins. Leaves it for Cricky. Back to Tony. 16:45 to play in the game. Into the far corner for Freeman. Important possession here for the Hawkeyes with 9 to shoot. Perkins chased by Hawkins. Stop and go move. Gets in the lane. Throws up a soft jump shot. No good. Gets the rebound, and then he's undercut by Elijah Hawkins. Good job by Tony going after that. He knew the shot wasn't going in. Put it up soft. He was anticipating contact. When it didn't come, the shot was way short, but he went and got the rebound.
Yeah, I thought he was going to make it there. The shot clock winding down. Realized it and put up anything down the rim. Chased it down. Got the rebound. Undercut by Hawkins.
2 quick fouls on Hawkins here to start the second half. And the Hawkeyes get the ball back with a fresh 20 on the shot clock. 16.5 to play in the game. Iowa by 5. Perkins gets a screen from Freeman to Cricky. High post left. Step back jumper. No good. Minnesota clears. Braden Carrington just into the game. Brings the ball down the floor off the glass. Ben Johnson calls the play from the bench. And they work it around left wing. 4 out for the Gophers. Oh, Freeman knocks the ball away from Garcia into the backcourt. Now 8 to shoot. Garcia's going to take Owen off the dribble.
No.
And a reach-in foul on Freeman. What the heck was that? Where did that foul come from? Garcia way out of control. Lost the ball. And they call Owen Freeman for the personal. Fran McCaffrey is doing a dance at the other end.
Bailout call, they call it.
I guess. We'll step out and take a break. Iowa has the lead 46-41. Minnesota basketball when we come back early on in the second half. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Everyone knows the BBB is the Better Business Bureau, but depending on what you need, it's the Better Plumber Bureau, the Better Auto Mechanic Bureau, the Better Accountant Bureau. That's because the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better check that business out first so you don't get ripped off bureau. Be smart. Always look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hey folks, this is Jeff Grender from the Machine Shed. We're all about comfort food at the Machine Shed. Indulge in our classic fried chicken, which is prepared with our own secret spices. Or try our Cattleman sirloin tips, featuring certified Angus beef, served with our famous mushroom stuffing that has onions and Swiss cheese, all topped with a garlic herb sauce. Come experience the taste of home cooking at the Machine Shed.
I-80 and Hickman Road, Urbandale, and I-80 and Northwest Boulevard, Davenport.
True cannabis products like concentrates, vapes, tablets, creams are available legally in Iowa, but only at licensed medical dispensaries. Get a med card online, quick and easy. I got mine in less than a day. Chronic pain is the most common condition. Search for Bud & Mary's online or call their dispensary to learn how you can get your med card. Bud & Mary's grows real cannabis, not hemp. That means their products contain real THC with no percentage limits. Find an Iowa licensed dispensary near you at budmary.com.
Welcome back to Hawkeye basketball in Minneapolis, where Iowa protecting a 46-41 lead at the moment. 15:57 to play in the game. Minnesota basketball when play resumes. The Iowa Lottery would like you to join the VIP club and enter to win game day tickets to see Hawkeye men's basketball with the Countdown to Carter promotion. Play Hawkeye Gold scratch tickets today. What about the first 4 minutes of the second half here, Bob?
Yeah, looking at the rebound numbers, Gary, the Hawkeyes doing a nice job on the boards, maintaining a 23-19 advantage, and they're really taking good care of the basketball since those 4 early turnovers in the first half to 6 total for the game. So you got to keep those 2 stats in check right there and extend this lead.
Minnesota basketball, though, in the Gopher end. And it comes to Garcia. Don't see any substitutes for the... Oh, no, Elijah Dembele is in there. He would be the only add-on.
Zone.
Yeah, they're in that zone that's worked well for him. That's a nice lob over the top, intended for Garcia. He got the ball, but had the shot knocked away, or the shot attempt blocked away, knocked away by Tony Perkins.
On the backside, Tony in the zone swatted it away.
Good job, TP. Now the Hawks get a stop. Now look to add to the 5-point lead at 46-41. Dix tries a wing jumper. It's good. Right down. Step back, no less, from 18 feet.
Over the top of the defender there, Farrell Payne. The length of Payne. Josh does a little lean away, fall away, and gets another basket for Josh Dix. He's got 11 in the game.
And you can see his confidence growing with every minute played. 48-41 Iowa. 5 minutes gone second half. Here's Hawkins. He fell down, and well, they're going to call a foul on Perkins. Okay. Looked like Hawkins slipped when he
on the logo thing.
Yeah, when he turned to make a move. Tony may have given him a little nudge, but given what they've let go, well, we play on. Minnesota with a fresh 20 on the shot clock. 48-41 Iowa. Hawkins retreats to the timeline with a waist-high dribble. Minnesota goes 4 in. Now Garcia comes out, catches the ball. High post left. Tricky right in his jersey. Back to Hawkins. 2 to shoot. He's going to have to force up a 3. And it's no good. Rebounded by Minnesota. Here comes another 3 by Christie. It's good. Big offensive rebound there by Braden Carrington. And Minnesota's back to within 4. Second chance points. Here's a shot up. No good from in close by Payton. Sanford misses the shot over his shoulder. Minnesota hustles back, putting the pressure on Iowa. Here's Garcia, drives inside, misses the shot off the glass. Dembele clears for the Hawkeyes. Here's Perkins heading the other way. 48-44 Iowa. 14-12 to go in the game. Perkins a screen, goes to Cricky in the corner. That hasn't been heard from offensively. He has now, though, as he drove inside, took it right at the big fella for the Gophers, Farrell Payne. Here's a backdoor lob picked off by Laji Dembele. Turnover, Minnesota. Hawks on the run with a 50-44 lead. Perkins leaves it for Dembele. Back to Tony. His long three. In and out. No good. Man. The ball punched out of bounds. It'll be Minnesota basketball. Peyton Sanford touched it last. He was battling Braden Carrington in there. Boy, Perkins had a good look at three.
He did. Nobody on him that time. Just stepped back three from the left wing, about 22 feet, and rattled in and out. I thought that one was on.
Hawks with the lead now must look for another stop here, up 50-44 with 13.5 to go. Here's a near steal. Now they're on the floor. Peyton Sanford comes up with it. Jump ball is the call. And it'll stay with Minnesota. Good job by the Iowa defense, scraping it away from Minnesota's Braden Carrington.
In particular, Peyton Sanford.
Good job, Peyton. Good effort. Diving for that 50-50 ball after he knocked it away. Now the Hawks need to get a stop. 15 to shoot. Hawkins around a screen. Here's a pitch to the wing. Another wide open look for three. No good. Rebounded by Minnesota. Another fresh look for the Gophers. Here's a pass. Backdoor shot up and no good by Garcia, but he drew a foul. Nice backdoor cut by Garcia. Either Cricky or Dembele. They got it on Laji, didn't they?
They did, yeah. That's his second of the half, second for the game. But he's battling in there. I like the way that young man plays.
Minnesota, last two trips now with second chances to score. Free throws good by Garcia. 50-45, 13 minutes, 16 seconds to play in the game. Garcia's got 14 points. And one more free throw coming. 85% from the foul line. That's excellent for the big lefty. It takes flight and he misses that one. Hexton. Dembele with a couple rebounds here in his trip to the floor. 50-45 Iowa. Dix, who hit a big basket a moment ago. Hawks need a few more like that. Sanford drives around his man. Leaves it back for the trailing Cricky. He flipped it up there. No good. Just kind of underhanded it up there. Minnesota with a rebound. Hawks did everything but score. Here's a three. No good. In transition. Boy, Garcia was way over the back of Tony Perkins. Should have been a foul. Cleared out by Cricky. So the Hawks, despite the damage and no whistle, have the basketball. They get a stop on the Gophers with 12.5 to play in the game. Cricky right wing. Dembele comes out to the top of the circle. Now leaves it for Perkins. Backdoor cut by Cricky. Leans in, shot off the glass and good. A double move, a pretty double move on Farrell Payne.
Really was. He was looking for the opening in there. Payne didn't take any of the fakes. Finally, Cricky went right up through his chest, gets a basket.
Hawks back up 7. 52-45.
16 for Ben.
Here's Hawkins, top of the circle. Garcia lobs up a three. No good. Minnesota continuing to throw it up from three. 3 of 21 is Minnesota from distance. Now the Hawks try to make him pay, and a holding foul called on Garcia. He latched onto the shorts of Ben Cricky as Peyton Sanford led him beautifully with a pass that he couldn't get to.
Yeah, he was holding him in there, and then we're going to go to a timeout, but this is the point where the Hawks got to come out and extend this lead from 7, go up to 12.
Just the fourth team foul on Minnesota here in the second half. 11:57 to play. Iowa up 52-45. The exciting moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for it all as your healthcare champion, making healthcare more affordable with more choices for care and peace of mind no matter what comes your way. Find the plan right for you at wellmark.com/hoops. And nothing goes better with Hawkeye Sports than Wimmer's Meats. Wimmer's hot dogs and sausages deliver the home game experience to your family and friends. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Iowa by 7 midway through the second half. This is Hawkeye basketball from Wellmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Learfield.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Right now, you are not in the crowded Carver Hawkeye Arena, but you could be. You're not cheering the Hawkeye steal, fast break, and slam dunk, but you could be. Play the Hawkeye Gold scratch ticket, and you could win a VIP game day experience to see the Iowa men's basketball team. The Countdown to Carver promotion from the Iowa Lottery lets you be a part of the action. To enter your ticket and see details, visit ialottery.com/VIP.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Don't let life get in the way of what's most important. Visit shelterinsurance.com to learn more. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
.11:57 to go here in Minneapolis. Martin Luther King Day, Big Ten basketball. Iowa hanging on to a 52-45 advantage over the Minnesota Golden Gophers. The Hawks, like the Nebraska game, sharing the basketball, Bobby, and plenty.
Boy, they are. Just pointed out by our engineer, Corey Sheets, there 17 assists on 23 made baskets there for the Hawkeyes. They love sharing the basketball. Nobody can hit from deep. Just 1 of 8 of the Hawkeyes. 3 of 21 is Minnesota. But I like the Hawks' chances here. I like their depth, and I like their veteran guys they got on the floor. Peyton Sanford and Ben Krikke, along with the youthful exuberance of Laje Dembele and strength inside.
And the Hawks are more than holding their own on the backboard. Out rebounding Minnesota 28-24. Brock Harding comes in for Iowa. He will inbound, lobs it for Krikke. See what Franz drawn up out of the timeout. Sanford had the shot, passed it up to Harding. 11:50 to play in the game. Iowa up 7. Harding a skip pass to Krikke right of the lane. Krikke elbows his way inside, jump hook, good. What a beautiful move. That's a Big Ten physicality move all the way. Parker Fox got in his way, and Krikke just brushed him aside.
18 points now for Ben Krikke, right on his average. He is unstoppable.
Ben scored the last 6 for the Hawkeyes. Iowa back up 9. That matches their biggest lead of the afternoon. 54-45 Iowa. Harding chasing after Hawkins. Stop and go move. He gets way in deep. Throws it to the wing. Shot fake. Now a drive around Peyton Sanford. The leaner, a shot and a score and a foul on Peyton Sanford.
Tough one right there. I thought he shuffled his feet, Gary, and traveled with the basketball before the shot was up there, but they called a foul on Peyton. His second.
The sophomore Braden Carrington took Peyton in deep and now has a chance for the and one, and Iowa's 9-point lead can shrink some more. This one short off the front of the rim. Limit the damage. 54-47 Iowa. We wind down to the 11-minute mark remaining in the game. Here's Harding. Crossover dribble not once but twice. Throws back on point to Dasante Bowen, who's just come into the game. Dasante takes it down the right side of the key. Shot up and good. Wow. A lob feed for Krikke, and he just patty-caked it into the basket and drew the foul on Fox.
While he was being undercut and shoved out of bounds. A box-out attempt by Minnesota, but Ben Krikke, so smart, realized that it was right there for him, went up with that left hand and tapped it home.
What a play by Krikke.
I thought
for a minute Bowen was shooting the ball.
Was that Dasante?
Yeah, it was Dasante, and he just lobbed it baseline to Krikke. To your point, it had already been wedged underneath the square and gets the basket, and now a free throw.
Foul on Fox.
And that's 2 quick ones on Parker Fox. Brock Harding lob. Harding threw the ball. Okay, it was Harding on the pass. I'm sorry.
Pretty feed.
Not Bowen. And Krikke makes the free throw. What a big play in this game. Let's remember that as Iowa has its first double-digit lead, 57-47. Now a steal. Bowen ripped it away from behind on Garcia. Never saw him coming. Harding in the lane. Shoots, scores, and a little scoop layup. Timeout, Minnesota. The Hawks are up 12 with 10:38 to play.
What a sequence there by the freshman Brock Harding. The assist over to Krikke, and now the spin move. Put him in the spin cycle there, and Brock Harding with his basket.
Hawks with 8 more points off turnovers, and that's been the difference so far in this game. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by our Honda dealers, the Central Iowa, Central Midwest Honda dealers. Fans, when the going gets tough, especially in these winter driving conditions, the tough crush the competition. The new Honda lineup has powerhouses like HR-V, CR-V, Passport, and Pilot. So get going to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Visit great dealers like Honda of Ames. Stop in and say hi to Mike Gowerty. Mike Gowerty and Honda of Ames. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Travel Leaders, Destinations Unlimited. We provide experiential travel and vacation planning for Hawkeye fans across the state. Contact one of our destination experts to start planning your next trip at duagency.com.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Car Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Facing a criminal charge or complicated family law situation, Carr Law Firm has the trial experts you need. As experienced trial attorneys, we understand how much is on the line. Go to carlawiowa.com for a free consultation. That's Carr with 2 R's, lawiowa.com.
Do you trust your insurance agent? Do you trust your insurance company? Well, you'd better, because all they've really sold you is a promise. A promise to be there when things go bad, to step up and put everything back the way it was. So, if you don't trust your insurance company, maybe it's time to find one you do trust. West Bend. The worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Hawkeye basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Get your medical card online and visit their dispensary for the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Search Bud & Mary's online.
A steal and a score for the Hawkeyes. Bowen knocked it away. Harding with the little scoop jumper in the lane, and the Hawks are all of a sudden up 12, 59-47. Points off turnovers, Iowa 16, Minnesota 8. That has been huge. And the Gophers will have the basketball when play resumes. 10:38 to go in the game here in Minneapolis on Martin Luther King Day. Gary Dolphin with Bobby Hansen. And here we go. Gophers send it in to the talented sophomore Braden Carrington. They work it across the timeline. Into the game, Isaiah Ihnen, now the sophomore from Germany. Gophers spread the court, go 4 down low, 1 out, and Laji Nabeli picks up another lazy pass and then throws it away. Hawks got going a little too quick for their own good. Iowa hustles back now. Here's Dembele. Right in the face of Ihnen, lobs it left of the paint, now a foul on Harding. No, that's too bad. Laji with a nice steal, got a little overexcited and pitched it beyond DeSante Bowen and gave it back to the Gophers, but that's going to happen when you're a freshman.
Saw what he was looking at, though, Gary. He saw that DeSante Bowen was streaking down the left side of the court for an open layup, but he had the quickness there of Elijah Hawkins, raced him down.
Second foul on Harding. That's 16 fouls on the Hawks. Next one puts Minnesota at the line from here on out. Here's a shot fake by Ihnen. He drives high post left, leans in on Dembele, but Laji shut the door on him. Now to Hawkins. He's more of an assist man. Here's a standstill 3. Good by Isaiah Ihnen.
First basket of the game for Ihnen.
They keep throwing up threes. 4 for 22. That's a big one. The Hawkeye 12-point lead is back inside 10. It's 59-50. 9.5 to play. Bowen in the near corner. Dribbles between 2 Gophers. They look like they're in a zone. Yeah, they're in a 2-3 zone now. Here's Dix. Jump shot in the lane. No good. Had a good look from 15 feet and is a little strong. Minnesota gets a stop. 9:20 to play. Hawkins takes it to the near corner. Now leaves it driving inside, nowhere to go. Is Mike Mitchell Jr. And here's a whistle and a foul on Iowa, and that's the 7th team foul on the Hawkeyes. Minnesota will be shooting fouls from here on out. Now Owen Freeman is going to come back in with those 3 personals, and he should be fresh for the finish. 3 fouls on Dembele. He'll have to come out. And Garcia's back at the line.
Roger gave him good minutes in there, though. Good, tough inside minutes.
85% free thrower, though, is Garcia. He missed one, made one a moment ago, and he can bring the Gophers to within 7. Averaging 16 a game, makes the first. He's right on his average now. It's 16. One more coming. Hawks were up 12, and now Minnesota. This has been a pattern all day. Iowa pushes the lead to 9 or 10, and the Gophers come back, showing the fight they have. 2 free throws in for Garcia. 59-52. Here comes the crowd. 9 minutes to play in the game. Hawks have usually had an answer. Here's Harding. A lob too strong for Owen Freeman. Turnover Iowa. Minnesota running the other end. Mike Mitchell to Enan. Hawkins thought about a 3. Instead threw it inside to Garcia. Poked away momentarily by Owen Freeman. A shot and a score and a foul called on Owen Freeman. Not much contact, but enough to draw the whistle. And the young freshman Owen Freeman picks up his 4th personal. Dembele's going to have to come back in.
Tough break right there.
6 straight points by Minnesota, and maybe 7 with 8:44 to play. 59-54. Iowa's lead has melted to 5.
That 7-0 run, Gary, came over 1 minute and 9 seconds.
Free throw, no good. Rebounded by Dix.
Thank you.
Hawks catch a break there. And the score holds at 59-54. Iowa needs a score bad. Ball's got to touch Ben Cricky's hands here somewhere. Bowen
calling for it.
Cricky wants it. Desante looked and pulled the dribble back out. 10 to shoot. Here's Dix. Dembele sets a screen for Josh. To Bowen. 4 to shoot. Bowen hops in the paint. Here's Dembele, and they're going to get nailed for a shot clock. No. Cricky got the shot off. Rebounded by Dembele, and he's fouled from underneath by Elijah Hawkins.
That should be 1 and 1 for Elijah.
16 fouls on Minnesota. Yeah, next one will be. That's 3 fouls on Hawkins, their point guard. Now the Hawks will have the basketball, and Peyton Sanford comes back in. Fran realizing they need more firepower out there other than Cricky, and certainly Peyton Sanford and Dix give them that. 59-54, 8:12 to go. Now they're trying to separate Sanford and a Gopher who's sandwiched in between Cricky and Peyton. Harding looking to get it in. Does so to Peyton, or to Cricky. He drives inside, wraparound pass to Harding. On the wing to Dix, his 3, good. Harding with the assist, and Dix with a long 3. Hawks open up the lead back to 8, 62-54.
14 points now for Josh Dix, and a pretty find by Brock Harding.
Garcia banging bodies with Dembele, and now a blocking foul called on Dembele after Garcia let the shot go. Timeout on the floor. Garcia will shoot more free throws when we come back. The foul called on Ladji Dembele. Throughout the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series, Iowa Corn promotes values that are uniquely Iowan. On behalf of Iowa's corn farmers, we salute all athletes for their hard work and determination, both on and off the field. Just like our athletes, our state leads the nation in corn and ethanol production. Follow Iowa Corn on Facebook and learn how corn grows Iowa. Iowa Corn. With the score, Hawks 62, Gophers 54, 7:52 to play in the game. Back to the barn in a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball, courtesy of Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. the choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bose, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
We're back in Minneapolis. Crunch time, 7:52 to play in the game. Iowa's lead is 8. 62-54. Minnesota will shoot free throws when play resumes in the person of Garcia. And he's been there a lot today. He's made 6 of 8. 18 total points to lead the Gophers. 12 for Christie and 11 for Ola Joseph. Cam Christie, the freshman, has looked good at times. For the Hawkeyes, 21 for Ben Krikke, Iowa's leading scorer. Josh Dix, another solid performance. He's hit 5 of 9 shots, including a 3 for 14. Peyton Sanford with 9. Peyton needs to get it going here in the final 8 minutes of the game. Garcia short strings the first free throw. He'll get one more. Big lefty at 6'11". Makes the second. Iowa's lead is 7. 62-55. Now Evan Bronze has come in to protect Freeman and Ladji Dembele, both with 4 fouls. Here's Dix, step back 3, a long one, and he guns it in. Wow. Josh Dix, a bullseye from 23 feet. And the Hawkeyes have the lead to 10, 65-55.
Back-to-back threes by Josh Dix, and he is playing with more and more confidence with the more minutes he gets.
Here's a I don't know what they're calling here. I mean, 2 Gophers ran into each other. Garcia and Fox, and they call Evan. And Evan's just trying to fight his way through a screen there. Oh, boy.
He's sort of a new guy in. Get him a foul.
Well,
Fox not a good free throw.
Fox is not a good free thrower. He missed 2 earlier in the game.
2.
That's the 10th team fouled on Iowa, so the double bonus here on out. And first one rims and comes out. Gophers will get one more. Out of the game is Joshua Ola Joseph. A little more size, and Braden Carrington into the game. And the second free throw by Fox is good. 65-56. Iowa's lead cut back to 9. Fox is out of the game, and back in is Farrell Payne. Brock Harding running the point for the Hawks, gives it to Peyton Sanford. Here's Dix. What a day for Josh again. He's got 17, including back-to-back threes that have held the Gophers at bay so far. Another pull-up jumper by Josh. Down through it goes. Oh, man, can he feel it.
It's like Jerry West out there right now. The zone that young man is in.
Dix puts the Hawks back up 11. 67-56. It's going to open things up inside for Krikke. On the next Iowa possession. Here the Gophers. Garcia with a handoff to Hawkins. Boy, he looks like he gets away with a walk every time. Garcia's open for 3. No good. Comes out long and strong to Brock Harding. Brock in no hurry with 6.5 to go in the game, and the Hawkeyes up 11. A basket here would give Iowa its biggest lead. Harding's looking for Dix, and who can blame him? He's hit the last 3 Iowa baskets. A 3, a 3, and a 2. Draws a double team now. Crossover dribble, gets in the lane, and a travel. He wanted to shoot it, pulled up, and then skidded. And the Hawkeyes get called for a travel.
Really taking good care of the ball after that start, though, Gary. That's just the 9th turnover.
Yeah, they had 4 early turnovers, like in the first 3 or 4 minutes, and only 5 since then. So you're right, Bobby. We wind down to the 6-minute mark remaining. Here's Cricky trying to guard Garcia, and that's a tough guard for 6'7", the 6'11", lanky Garcia up over the top in the paint and scores off that Iowa turnover. 67-58. The Hawkeye lead back down to 9. Hawks have 4 down low. Harding dribbling out the clock out near the timeline. Bounces to Dix. A screen from Bronze. Josh holds up high post right. Now goes through the lane to Cricky to Sanford. Sets a screen for Payton. 5.5 to play. Hawks have 7 on the shot clock. Dix, step back 3. No good. Strong. And the shot clock went off. I'm not sure why.
I forgot that he shot it.
Oh, the ball. Well, and the ball hit the rim too.
The rim.
With the 2 seconds remaining, but it's knocked out of bounds. Touched last by the Hawkeyes. So another stop for Minnesota. Back-to-back stops for the Gophers, and they try and take advantage. Down 9, 67-58. Garcia's double teamed, and Harding reaches in and tried to scrape the ball away and gets called for the foul. Not what you want to do when they're in the double bonus. Harding's going to come out for Tony Perkins. And Garcia's at the line parading there again for 2 more. 5:21 to play. Free throw is good. 22 for Garcia.
It's about the only offensive weapon they have right now in this game. Christie a little bit, but
really
cooled down.
Well, Tony Perkins back in the game. Tony hasn't played in a while, so he should be, unless he got hurt or bumped or bruised, but he needs to log some heavy minutes here at crunch time. Garcia hits both free throws, and that 11-point Iowa lead is down to 7. 67-60. 5:17 remaining. Perkins takes the dribble in, then backs it out, uses it up. Now for Sanford. Here's a standstill 3. Rims and comes out, no good. Oh, that looked good all the way. Rebounded by Farrell Payne. Minnesota 3 straight stops on the Hawks now. Perkins ties up Hawkins. They're looking for Garcia. Ben Cricky's on his backside. Here's Evan Bronze taking on a Minnesota big, and to no avail. Farrell Payne took him in deep and scooped it up and in. 5-point game. 6-point run for Minnesota. 6-0 run for the Gophers. 4:38 to play in the game. Perkins drives the ball to the free throw line for Dix. 10 to shoot. Cricky. Here's a backdoor cutting Perkins. A score and a foul called on Hawkins. Perkins beat Hawkins to a spot underneath the basket, and Hawkins commits the foul, and that ends a 2.5-minute Iowa drought.
As they've done all game long, Gary. Nice back cutting by the Hawkeyes. Taking whatever Minnesota's trying to overplay on the perimeter. Tony pulls the string and gets a back cut. 4th foul on Hawkins.
And Perkins, a very good free thrower. Gets the and one. Misses the free throw. Tony at 80% on the year, and he missed the free throw. But a big basket. Just the same. Perkins with 7 points.
Hawks zone.
And 5 assists on the day. Here's a shot over the top of the zone. No good. Cricky with a rebound. Outlets to Perkins. High bounce dribble up the near sideline. Now he turns on the Jets, drives inside, lays it up and in. He played through the flop by Hawkins and scores. Back-to-back baskets for Tony. The Hawks are back up 9. 71-62 with 3:50 to go. Here's a standstill 3. Wide open look. In and out. No good. Rebounded Garcia, and he's fouled on the floor by Evan Bronze. With 3:44 to go in the game. Garcia will again shoot free throws when play resumes. Garcia is used to that charity stripe. He's been there 12 times, making 9 and a total of 23 points. But the Hawks have the lead at 9, 71-62 with just 3:44 to go. This is Hawkeye basketball presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield. Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Iowa basketball.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/fan of corn.
We're back for the stretch run, the final few laps here at Minnesota. Iowa 71, the Gophers 62. Been a pattern all day long since, the first 5 minutes of the game. The Hawks got down 10-1, then put a 10-0 run together to get the lead, gradually stretched it to 12, 13 points. Now they lead it by 9, but every time they get near that 10-point mark, Bobby, the Gophers force a couple turnovers, come down and score. Now they're getting to the foul line. They've been there 19 times, 12 by Dawson Garcia, and he's back there for 2 more in a 9-point game with 3:44 to go. Hawkeyes have been in foul trouble, but they have to bring Owen Freeman back in. It's Krikke, Freeman, Peyton Sanford, Tony Perkins, and Josh Dix, who's got a career-high 19.
What a wonderful evening here for Josh Dix. He's just playing with confidence, under control, and knocking down jumpers.
Garcia's first free throw is good. He's in a rhythm at that line now. If you or someone you know needs support, please call or text 988 or chat 988, lifeline.org. 2 free throws for Garcia. Boy, is he mounting them up at the foul line. 10 of his 24 points at the free throw line. And here's Dix working the ball down the floor nicely. He's done a great job of running the point today. Josh crossover dribble finds Peyton Sanford on the wing. Iowa's lead is 7. 3.5 to go. Both teams are in the bonus. Here's a backdoor play for Krikke. He lost the ball as he fell to the floor, and then Minnesota went off Owen Freeman apparently as he tried to re-steal it. Minnesota basketball after Iowa's turnover.
You know where they're going.
10th turnover of the game for Iowa. Minnesota has 12. Iowa had 8 more points off turnovers at halftime. Well, it's all even. Yeah, they're going to look for Garcia again, and Owen Freeman. They're going single coverage with Owen Freeman on him.
Hawks go zone.
3:20 to go. 71-64. Iowa's lead at 7. He's swinging around left wing, weak side to Braden Carrington. Now opposite side for Hawkins. Carrington lets fly with a 3. No good. It goes to the corner, run down by Freeman. There's a stop and a big one.
4 for 26. Minnesota 3-point shooting.
Under 3 minutes to go. 2:58 to play in the game. Hawks looking for a score, and Tony Perkins back door, and there wasn't anybody within 5 feet of him.
I think his guy fell down or fell asleep or something, but you're right, nobody in the vicinity. Tony Perkins down with 11.
Easy layup. Here's a 3. Good by Mike Mitchell. Now they keep jacking up threes, and Iowa's lead chopped back to 8. After the Hawks went up 11 on that Tony Perkins layup, it's back to 8, 76-64. That be right?
No,
that's
not the right score. 73-67.
Okay. Yeah, they still don't have it right on the scoreboard, but the Hawks are back up 73-67. 6-point lead. Here's Peyton, 4-3. That's way off the mark. And Minnesota had two guys fighting over the ball, and Perkins picked up the garbage and laid it in.
Tony's shots have all come within 2 feet of the basket here tonight. He's got 13 points.
I think he's got 8 straight.
Yeah, he does.
Minnesota fumbled it away. Two guys trying to out-rebound each other in the same uniform. Here's a corner three on the way by Carrington. That's way off the mark. Peyton Sanford with a rebound. Hawks up 8, 75-67 with 1:43 to play. They're in good shape here now and should get to the foul line. Stretch that floor, clean it out, and take it down inside 10 on the shot clock. 1:30 to go. Minnesota's not fouling. Little concerning. Here's a backdoor pass, a dunk by Owen Freeman. Counted, and a free throw coming for the Hawkeyes. What ball movement by Iowa from the perimeter to the baseline.
Fantastic movement by the Hawkeyes. Spread the court out when they were trying to foul. I don't know what they were doing defensively, but finally they tried to reach, and once they reached, Owen Freeman went right to the basket. I think it was Cricky with the assist.
16 assists on 24 made baskets for the Hawkeyes today, and Owen Freeman, who hasn't played a lot because of foul trouble, comes up with a big and one.
Josh Dix with the assist.
The Hawks are back up by 11. Here's a lob that hit the rim, picked up by the Gophers and laid in by Joshua Ola-Joseph. He hustles. He's got 13 points. Now Minnesota will have to foul, and they do. 78-69 with 1:12 to go. We could be here a while. And the crowd, I'm not sure why they're heading for the exits en masse. Late, don't want to be late for supper, I guess, on a cold night here in Minneapolis. But you know, it's 3 possessions. It's 3 threes away from. Although Minnesota struggled at the 3-point stripe, 5 of 28 today. Here's Josh Dix for the 1-and-1. He makes the front end. Josh Dix will be our Old Dominion best in the game. He's at a career high 20 points, and hopefully a few more before he's done.
Wonderful game for Josh Dix.
What a welcome additional weapon in that Iowa offense.
Well, he really is, Gary, and playing with confidence and good ball handling here tonight. Good defense, does it all.
Makes both free throws. 80-69 Iowa, and then an immediate foul underneath the basket by Iowa as Minnesota pushing the tempo. Elijah Hawkins gets fouled underneath. I'm not sure by who. Is that on Owen Freeman?
Freeman, yeah, it's 5.
Owen's claiming he ran into me. Fran's claiming the foul shouldn't be on Owen Freeman. But either way, Owen's out of the game. Well, that's too bad. Freeman ends up with 12 points, made 5 of 6 free throws.
5 of 6 field goals.
5 of 6, yeah. Thank you. 5 of 6 from the field. I was looking for his minutes played.
Over here, 17, only 17 minutes.
Boy, oh boy, is he worth a pound a point. Fran McCaffrey still unhappy about that call. But Owen's work is done for the day. Cricky comes back in. Sanford, Cricky, Dix, Perkins, and Harding will take us home. Free throw is good. Second one is good. Or that was just his first one, excuse me. Iowa basketball has been brought to you today by Growmark. Looking for bigger, bolder, better yields? FS Envision seed corn and FS high soy soybeans are here to change the game for you. Our seed products deliver winning results every single time. Reach out to your local FS retailer or visit ffseed.com and learn more. fsseed.com. Well, Hawkins missed the second free throw, but the Hawks fumbled it out of bounds. Now they throw it in. A score by Garcia and a foul on Iowa. 80-72 Iowa with 1:05 to go. Garcia tearing the Hawkeyes up inside this second half.
He's a load, no doubt.
He is. He's got 27 points, averaging 16, so he leads Minnesota in scoring. Free throw's good. So that's 4 quick points for Minnesota. Free throw by Hawkins and a 3-point play by Dawson Garcia. Now an immediate foul on Hawkins. And he is done for the day with 1:04 to go. It's amazing how the Hawks just cannot put this team away. They're up 12. Now Minnesota has climbed back to within 7. Brock Harding at the foul line. Free throw's good. Hawks should parade there quite a bit here in the next minute 4. 81-73. Hawkeye lead is 8 and now 9. Good job, young man. 82-73. Hawks need a stop here, and that should about do it. Here's Garcia. He's going right at Cricky, and Cricky just has to let him go. 82-75. And it comes to Dix. He's doubled. Gets rid of it to Harding. It's 3-on-1 at the other end. A dunk by Ben Cricky. 84-75.
20 points for Ben.
Good job, Ben Cricky. Good job by Brock Harding of helping Josh Dix out, getting out of trouble at the in the Minnesota end, and all of a sudden the Hawks had 3-on-1.
Yep, wide open.
Minnesota going for the steal, whiffed, and Cricky gets a dunk. Here's Minnesota rushing a 3, in and out, no good. Cricky with a rebound. Look up, and a foul called on Minnesota. And that'll do it with 41.1 to go. Iowa 84, Minnesota 75. A real impressive win on the road against a 12-win team.
Yeah, a team that's playing hot. Had won 7 of its last 8 games. Had come off a loss at Indiana, but we're playing with confidence. They jump out 10-1 on top of you, but the Hawks don't wilt and put it on them here with a great contribution. Josh Dix, our player of the game, but everybody came in and was fantastic.
Ben Cricky makes a free throw. He's got 24 points. The Hawks are 12 of 15 from the line. Minnesota 16 of 24. Cricky makes them both, and the Hawks sew it up. They're up 11, 86-75 with a little more than a half a minute to go. Minnesota trying to get up a shot in a hurry. Ola Joseph drives around Cricky and scores. Timeout by the Gophers. Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you today by Kohl's. It's a new season at Kohl's. Find fresh everyday styles for you and your home at great prices. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. Kohl's. And by Bud & Mary's. Bud & Mary's have the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. And getting a medical card is fast and easy online. Visit budmary.com and learn more. Guessing there's a few sore bones and muscles after shoveling all that snow this weekend. Give Bud & Mary's a try. That'll help soothe the body. Let's go to the U.S. Bank scoreboard. Minnesota's taking a full timeout. A final in the NFL wild card games today. In Buffalo, the Bills eliminate the Steelers. Buffalo 31, Pittsburgh 17. The Bills had a 21-0 lead in that game. Other basketball today, Michigan over Ohio State 73-65. And 11th ranked Marquette defeated Villanova 87-74. That's the U.S. Bank scoreboard. The Minnesota Wrestlers are in Iowa City getting ready to take on the Hawkeyes tonight. That's number 2 Iowa versus number 10 Minnesota. You can hear that game on our Hawkeye Radio Network affiliate KXIC 8 AM 800. Hawkeye women host Wisconsin tomorrow. Stay with us for the U.S. Cellular postgame show. Immediately following, Josh Dix will be our Old Dominion best in the game. We'll talk with Fran McCaffrey. This will Peyton Sanford called timeout on the inbounds pass. He couldn't find anybody open with 28.2 to go, and Iowa up 86-77. This will be career win number 272.
272
for Fran McCaffrey at Iowa.
That Bobby, was a hard-fought win.
Dr. Tom, don't worry, we still love you, Tom Davis. One of the great human beings, let alone
the gentleman
basketball coaches anywhere, any era.
And he stayed close to the program, in contact with Coach McCaffrey a lot with the Chris Street Golf Tournament. He's a fabulous man.
He and Fran, good friends, and Coach McCaffrey will be very gracious in his comments about becoming Iowa's all-time winningest coach. So congratulations, Fran. I'll tell you what, he did it in impressive style.
Yeah,
those underneath out of bounds plays continue to find points for the Hawkeyes, and 10-1, they're down 9 before you can spit. And he called a timeout, got them back together, chewed some behind, and they roared back with an 11-0 run, I believe it was. Got the lead, never gave it up.
Yeah, 23-9 when it ended up there. But we became 24-19, and Hawks never looked back.
Hawkeyes break the Minnesota press. Harding, you're not going to catch him, even with the ball in his hands. Minnesota will not foul. Hawks will count it out and win the game 86-77. That's the final. 86-77. Stay with us for the U.S. Cellular postgame show. Coming up, this is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
You've been listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes, presented by Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Also brought to you by Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. Shelter Insurance. Find an agent for your auto, home, and life at shelterinsurance.com. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. And by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, just minutes south of Iowa City. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Whether you're building a backyard fence for your family's new best friend or firing up the excavator for your next commercial project, a free and simple call can save you from expensive fines and even save your life. Call 811 at least 2 days before you start your next project to have underground utility lines located and marked. At Mid-American Energy, your safety is our #1 priority. So, make it your priority to call 811 before you dig. Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Right now, new and current customers can get any phone for free at U.S. Cellular. So you can connect with all your family members this holiday season, like your snowbird grandparents, your adorable nieces, or your favorite uncle. Just think, with any phone free from U.S. Cellular, you could even call your aunt who always makes you talk to your cousin, who's a dog. Or, maybe just send her a festive text. Everyone can get the gift of connection at U.S. Cellular. Get any phone free today. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you by Authentic Brand. It's more than just a label, it's a statement. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. By your local Ford dealers. U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. And by Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. This is the U.S. Cellular postgame show. U.S. Cellular, built for the Hawkeyes. Built for silencing notifications and turning up the noise. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
The Hawkeyes started the Big Ten season 0-3. Two tough losses in December at Purdue and home to Michigan. But here they are, 3 straight Big Ten victories now. Impressively today over Minnesota, 86-77 on the road, as we welcome you to the U.S. Cellular postgame show. U.S. Cellular, sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes and proud to be one of our keynote sponsors. U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Hawks got down 10-1 to start the game thanks to 3 turnovers. And then after being down by 9 at 14-5, put together a 7-0 run that would later become 13-2. Finally caught the Gophers at 16, got the lead to 5 at 24-19 midway through the first half, and never looked back, never gave it up. They led 39-32 at the break, and thanks to Josh Dix, our Old Dominion best in the game, who drained 3 consecutive baskets at crunch time at about the 7-minute mark remaining. Let me just double check to make sure. Dix had a 3 at the 8:07 mark that put the Hawks back up 8 after Minnesota had gotten to within 5. After a stop, Dix again scores. The Hawks are up 10 after another stop. Dix drained a long 2, and Iowa led it 67-56 with 7 minutes to go. And Minnesota chopped it down to 7 a couple times, but you never felt the Hawks were going to give the lead totally away, and they win it 86-77. Tony Perkins really put the lid on the deal with four late baskets on backdoor cuts and great movement without the basketball. And Iowa wins at 86-77. Before we get into the particulars, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. 10-second ID break here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. Iowa defeats the Gophers 86-77. You're listening to Hawkeye Basketball. This evening's victory is head coach Fran McCaffrey's 272nd career win. That makes him the winningest coach in Iowa men's basketball history. Congratulations, Fran. Bobby Hansen is on his way down there to talk to the coach. No doubt he'll be emotional about it as he passes Tom Davis today for the most victories in Iowa basketball history, and that goes back to 1902. 1902. An amazing run for Iowa basketball in 120-some years, and Fran McCaffrey now is the all-time winningest coach in his 14th season. The Hawkeyes win at 86-77. We'll take a break, come back, and dive into the facts and figures on today's game in just a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Car Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. Are your car payments baking you crazy? Bring home the bacon when you move your car loan to Community Choice and get up to 3 months of no car payments. Your bacon called. It's ready to go home. Bring home the bacon at unbankyourbacon.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
Hawkeye Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud and Mary's. Get your medical card online and visit their dispensary for the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Search Bud and Mary's online.
Are your car payments baking you crazy? Bring home the bacon when you move your car loan to Community Choice and get up to 3 months of no car payments. Your bacon called? It's ready to go home. Bring home the bacon at unbankyourbacon.com. Loans subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
Hawkeyes win at 86-77 over Minnesota. Welcome back to the U.S. Cellular postgame show. We'll get to the Hy-Vee stat recap in a minute. There were no reviews today. Had there been, we would have gladly told you, like we will now, about Athletico. Physical therapy is the thing you're told to do after medication, x-rays, or surgery. But what if the best way to fix your pain is to start where you normally finish? The sooner you start with physical therapy, you change everything. And it all starts with no prescription needed at Athletico. Athletico, a proud supporter of Iowa Hawkeye basketball. Now the Hy-Vee stat recap while we await Josh Dix, our Old Dominion best in the game, and Bobby's visit with an obviously happy Fran McCaffrey. Our stats are sponsored by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the all-new, totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership. Hy-Vee. Well, we have Josh, I'm told, on the line from the Hawkeye locker room. Josh, you there? Josh?
Hello.
Josh, this you?
Yep.
Hey, good. Thanks, bud, for jumping on with us. I thought maybe you were shooting more jump shots there in the locker room. Well, Bobby aptly described that three basket in succession flurry by you with 8 minutes to go. He said, man, he looks like Jerry West out there. You might not even know who Jerry West is, as young as you are, but he was one of the great shooters in the history of the NBA. In fact, the old NBA logo is Jerry West, the guy dribbling the basketball. So you should be proud of that comment by a guy who played 9 years in the league. But I don't know. I hesitate to call a guy a streak shooter, because some take it as an offense, but you were knocking him down in both halves today, and I guess a consistent shot. I mean, when you get in that zone, every great shooter is a streak shooter, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, just my coaches put me in a good position to get hot. My teammates were finding me when I was open, so those were shots that were easier for me.
Career high 21 points for Josh Dix today. One of four Hawks in double figures, but you also had a couple big steals. You had a solid game the other night at both ends of the floor, and today you can add them, call it back-to-back now. Iowa's defense was tough when it needed to be.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We pride ourselves on that. We know that they were going to come out with a lot of energy, and they had some really good players, so we just tried to guard them as best as we could, and get that first miss so that we could start our break.
Josh Dix made 7 of 12 shots from the field. He also had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. And a lot of that has to do with the more minutes you play, the more confident you get, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I knew I had to step up, especially with PMAC out, So my coaches and teammates just put a lot of trust in me.
And the Hawkeyes relied on that full court pressure. Every time you'd get up 10, 11, 12, Minnesota would make a run, cut it back down to 5, and then typically your defense was there to force a turnover at a critical moment, and you got to run out and a lay-in.
Yeah, especially at the end, we knew that we had enough points to win, so getting stops was our main focus. We knew that if we could get 3 stops in a row, we would have the game won. So.
And some key guys in foul trouble, most notably Owen Freeman, but I think it shows the depth of that Iowa bench. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah, Owen's a big part of our team, so him getting in foul trouble was tough, but we knew the next man would step up. Lodgy and Evan played really well, and then Ben was his usual stuff. He played great.
Josh Dix is on the line from the Hawkeye locker room. He is our Old Dominion best in the game, courtesy of Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion works hard to be the best in their game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Well, what's changed, Josh? Now, granted, those first 2 losses in Big Ten play were back in early December, and then you lose to obviously a very good Wisconsin team in Madison. Now you roll off 3 consecutive wins. What's changed, if anything?
I feel like just our connected presence on the court. I feel like our team's really connected out there. I mean, we were connected before, but I feel like it just took it to a different level, especially after those 3 losses. We had to stay together during those times. It was rough, but we challenged each other in practice every day, and it made us better.
Well, and it showed here today. I mean, any road in the Big Ten is huge. Now you're back at level 500 at 3-3, 11 wins. Your strength of schedule for the Hawks is terrific, and you guys must feel that you can get on a roll now with Purdue coming in Saturday. You got a few days to get ready for the Boilermakers.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We've lost to them already on the road, but, we know they're a tough team, so we're just going to get home and try and defend home court.
Josh, thanks for your time. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Josh Dix, our best in the game interview, courtesy of Old Dominion Freight Lines. Josh Dix played 32 minutes. That might be a career best for him as well. 21 points. With 2 threes, big in that stretch there midway through the second half, made all 5 of his free throws. A career high 21 points for the young man from Council Bluffs, Lincoln. That's our Old Dominion best in the game as Iowa defeats the Minnesota Golden Gophers 86-77. That's 7 of its last 8 games in this series. 7 wins for the Hawks in the last 8 meetings with the Golden Gophers. Back with more U.S. Soldier Postgame show right after this. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
The big game, family, friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Lisa Bluter and Fran McCaffrey this fall. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Iowa basketball.
Hawkeyes win at Minnesota 86-77. Here's how it breaks down. The Hawks led in scoring by Ben Krikke. Another spectacular day for the grad transfer from Valparaiso. He hit 11 of 17 shots for 25 total points. Perfect 3 of 3 from the foul line and grabbed 5 rebounds. Owen Freeman in just 17 minutes led Iowa on the backboards with 8 to go with his 12 points. 21 for Josh Dix, our Old Dominion best in the game. 13 for Tony Perkins, and he had 8 of those points in the stretch drive. Tony played 26 minutes on the day. 9 for Peyton Sanford. They were guarding him. 4 points, 5 assists for Brock Harding on the afternoon. The Hawks shoot 35 of 65. And remember, they didn't have Patrick McCaffrey, who's had some of his better performances here at the barn in the Twin Cities. But the Hawks shoot 48.5% on 35 of 65 and out-rebounded the Gophers 37-30. For Minnesota, the Golden Gophers shoot 28 of 58. That's 43%. Good defense by the Hawks. They were 5 of 29 from 3. The Hawks didn't take nearly that many. They were 3 of 13 on the afternoon. Minnesota led in scoring by Dawson Garcia's 30. He had a total of 12 of those points from the free throw line, 12 of 15, but made 9 of 17 shots. Garcia, 30 points to lead the Gophers. 15 for Joshua Ola Joseph, 12 for Cam Christie, and nobody else with more than 2. The Gophers and the Hawkeyes battled through the first 20 minutes. Iowa led by 7 at the break, and the Hawks win at 86-77. Points off turnovers turned out to be a draw. In the end, 16 points for the Hawkeyes, 15 for the Gophers. Iowa had owned that stat most of the day, but Minnesota turned the Hawks over late in the game and got back to within 5-7 points on a couple of occasions because of the turnovers. But the Hawks had enough ammo to withstand any comeback and won it 86-77. We'll give you the Spot and Rose points in the paint here shortly. Right now, let's take a look at the Latham High-Tech Seeds Charity Stripe recap. How'd these teams do from the free throw line today? Well, Minnesota certainly got there a lot, 24 times, making 16. The Hawkeyes were a little more judicious, winning or making 13 of 16 from the foul line. That's the Latham Charity Stripe update, courtesy of Latham High-Tech Seeds. Just like the Hawks' diverse talents, no seed company has more trait and genetic diversity than Latham High-Tech Seeds. Thank you, Latham, for supporting Hawkeye basketball and the American Cancer Society through the Hawkeye Charity Stripe promotion all season long. Iowa 13 of 16, that's 81%. Minnesota 16 of 24, 67%. Second chance points went to Iowa, 15-12. Fast break points go the Hawkeyes' way, 14-13. Iowa led by as many as 12. The Gophers had an early 11-point lead, but the Hawks erased that in a hurry and win it 86-77. That's our Hy-Vee stat recap. Hy-Vee, score big savings with the all-new, totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership. Hy-Vee. Back to Minneapolis in a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Car payments baking you crazy? Bring home the bacon. When you move your car loan to Community Choice and get up to 3 months of no car payments. Your bacon called? It's ready to go home. Bring home the bacon at unbankyourbacon.com. Loans subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
Everyone knows the BBB is the Better Business Bureau. But depending on what you need, it's the Better Plumber Bureau, the Better Auto Mechanic Bureau, the Better Accountant Bureau. That's because the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better check that business out first so you don't get ripped off bureau. Be smart. Always look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Hawkeye basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud and Mary's. Get your medical card online and visit their dispensary for the largest selection of locally grown full THC cannabis products in Iowa. Search Bud and Mary's online.
Hawkeye postgame show courtesy of U.S. Cellular. Iowa wins its 11th game and 3 straight now in the Big Ten. 86-77 over the Minnesota Golden Gophers. The Gophers got out to a 10-1 lead, thanks in large part to 3 Iowa turnovers. But once the Hawks settled down, Coach McCaffrey called a timeout. The Hawks went to work behind Peyton Sanford. Dix clears, outlets up the near sideline for Tony Perkins. Tony with a high bounce dribble, gets a screen from Freeman. Backdoor cut, layup good by Sanford. Now that's the kind of execution we're looking for. Indeed, and Peyton was scoring in close and scoring from distance. Garcia shot fake up, no good. Rebounded by Freeman. Clears it out. It looks for an outlet, now throws it ahead to Perkins. Boy, a lot of contact. They're letting him play. Here's Sanford for 3. Good, he curled it in. A step back, Caitlin Clark style for 3. Yep. 9 points for Peyton and 4 rebounds on his day. He was a marked man by that Minnesota defense, but he brought the Hawks back to within 4. That was a 7-0 run by Iowa, and it was game on. A couple minutes later, Ben Krikke tied the game. Here's a corner jumper, good by Krikke. Tie game at 16.
How about that? The Hawks fight back down 10-1, and behind Peyton Sanford and Ben Krikke right there, the duo ties the score up.
That became a 13-2 run to get the game tied. Krikke was far from being finished. Harding comes back for the Hawkeyes after the rebound. Stop and go move. Brock gets into in deep left of the lane. Now throws it to Bowen out top. Desante dribbling around in space. Laji Dembele has it. Back to Bowen. Krikke wants the ball. Bowen's trying to get it to him. Now drives inside to Krikke. His jump shot at the foul line. Good. Ben Krikke, he's in one of those zones as the Hawks regain the lead at 2018. Yeah, 2018, all that big comeback was complete. Now the Hawks needed to do is build on the lead, and they did a moment later on the next possession. No call. Fran McCaffrey not happy about that. Here's a steal by Krikke. What a way to come back. He picked a pass, a 2-on-1 the other way, and Price Sanford has a shot blocked, but Krikke chasing the play down gets the putback. 22-19 at that point. A moment later, another forced turnover by the Iowa defense put the Hawks up 5. Minnesota basketball after the foul. And a steal by Harding. Brock takes off for the other end. Garcia's back in the game. A behind-the-back pass and a dunk. And a dunk for Owen Freeman. Mishandled pass. Turnover, Minnesota. Brock Harding. 24-19. Iowa led by 5 with 7 minutes to go in the first half. Hawks would take a 39-32 lead to the locker room. And immediately, to start the second half, Josh Dix heated up. Hawks get the ball back. 19 on the shot clock. Perkins will inbound. Looking and hits a cutting Dix. He lays it up and in. The old wheel route there. 3 guys coming off a high post screen. And once again, friends, magic in those underneath out of bounds showing itself. 41-32 Iowa. A Gopher score led to a Payton jump hook, and the Hawks led it by 8, 43-35. It was 46-39 Iowa 3 minutes into the second half when Josh Dix went to work again. Now the Hawks get a stop. Now look to add to the 5-point lead at 46-41. Dix tries a wing jumper. It's good. Right down. Step back, no less, from 18 feet. The Hawks were back up 7. Ben Krikke pushed the lead to double digits a moment later. Here's Harding. Crossover dribble not once but twice. Throws back on point to Desante Bowen, who's just come into the game. Desante takes it down the right side of the key. Shot up and good. Wow. A lob feed for Krikke, and he just patty-caked it into the basket and drew the foul on Fox. Krikke with 25 points and 5 rebounds on the day. What a performance by the 6'7" forward. Iowa led at 57-47. Minnesota would make a couple more charges, but every time Josh Dix was there to knock him down in the intersection. Harding looking to get it in. Does so to Payton, or to Krikke. He drives inside, wraparound pass to Harding. On the wing to Dix, his 3, good. Harding with the assist, and Dix with a long 3. Hawks open up the lead back to 8, 62-54. Here's Dix, step back 3, a long one, and he guns it in. Wow. Josh Dix, a bullseye from 23 feet. And the Hawkeyes have the lead to 10, 65-55.
Back-to-back threes by Josh Dix, and he is playing with more and more confidence with the more minutes he gets.
That was a big sequence there with under 8 minutes to play. Back-to-back threes by Dix. He would hit a 2 on the next possession. The Hawks went up 11 and held on from there, winning at 86-77. Those are the highlights. Dix with a career high 21 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and only 2 turnovers. All the time he was on the floor, 32 minutes. Josh Dix was a difference maker today. Now let's hear from Iowa's all-time winningest coach, Fran McCaffrey, with win number 272 today. He's ready to go in the Hawkeye locker room with Bobby Hansen, brought to you by your Iowa John Deere dealers, including Sinclair Tractor in Durant and in Washington.
Well, Coach, looks like they gave you the Gatorade bath or the water bath. Congratulations as the all-time winningest coach in Iowa history. How'd you get this one done?
I'll tell you what, Bobby, I am so proud of this team. You go on the road. We did not have a good start. We wanted to have a good start, obviously. Anytime you go on the road, we had a great start last game, great start the game before. Minnesota had been playing really well. They won 7 in a row. Go on the road, didn't have a good start, so you knew they wanted to come out strong. We get down 10-1, and we just kept our composure. We got great play off the bench. Everybody I put in really contributed, really produced. Everybody stepped up. Patrick wasn't playing, and Josh Dix was great. Desante, Brock Harding, Waji, Evan Brawns, and Price. So a true team victory in every sense of the word. Answered every run they made. Garcia's a handful. It's just a tough cover, and made the plays we had to make.
Coach, one of the best games I've seen Josh Dix played, our player of the game, and he was solid both ends of the floor.
And you know what's interesting? He didn't have a great start. The first 5 or 6 minutes, he was a little sideways. And to me, that's where Josh Dix is right now. Just comes right back, and then is the star player of the game. You know, with that one stretch when they really made the run, the crowd got involved, he just completely silenced everybody, made every big basket. But he was also really good defensively. Got his hands on balls, got steals, rebounds the ball. Just always knows what to do, where to go, and never rattles. And I just couldn't be more proud of him. Happy for him.
And, Coach, you weren't afraid to use your bench in this one, where Minnesota has had the bench advantage. You guys were the better bench here in this game, but I'm thinking of Laje Dembele in there with his toughness inside.
We needed him to come up in a big way. I mean, Owen got in foul trouble early. A couple tough calls. he's got to learn how to be physical without fouling, especially when he gets one. He tried to block that shot early, and almost like say, just let him go. It's 3-2. We don't need you getting your first foul. But he'll learn, and even Evan Braun's, we give him a shot. But those guys were terrific.
Coach, talk about when it was 10-1. You took a timeout. You got into your team a little bit. What'd you tell you guys?
We needed to toughen up. We were literally sideways, throwing the ball side to side, not being aggressive. They were the aggressor. That's never something you want. Competitors come out and compete right from the get-go. But boy, did they turn it around. They just rallied together, and 2 by 2 by 2. Next thing you know, it's even, and we're up at halftime. They made a couple runs, but we kept the lead the entire second half.
And Ben Crickey, he was the best big man inside here tonight, as his veteran presence just showed through tonight.
He's really a special player. He just knows how to get open. He knows how to score. Made some really nice feeds. Got on the glass. We needed him. We couldn't have him and Owen in foul trouble, and he stayed out of foul trouble, thank God.
In the rebound numbers, 37-30, and you really turned that turnover number down. Points in the paint, rebound numbers, you guys just did it all tonight.
Yeah, and this is a big team. When you talk about Garcia and Payne together, or if they have, Fox out there or Ainen, but Ola Joseph's also a big-time rebounder. So this is a team that when you out-rebound them, you really have to work.
And, Coach, you got to have 0-3 start. You're now 3-3, level 500 in the Big Ten. A big game coming against Purdue on Saturday.
Yeah, another great opportunity. That's what this league is, one great opportunity after another. Just got to stay focused and stay locked in.
And, Coach, let's talk about the record. 272 victories. You are now the all-time winningest coach in Iowa basketball history, passing Dr. Tom Davis. Your overall thoughts on that achievement.
Bobby, I came here 14 years ago. I was so proud to be the Hawkeye coach. I was so familiar with the history of this program and the great teams and the great players and the great coaches. And, never thought that at some point I'd be compared with Dr. Tom and would actually be here long enough to break that record. So, it's an indication of incredible family support, my wife Margaret, and then a great staff, and then just terrific players with character. To a man, everybody that I've coached since I've been here has really represented that Hawkeye jersey the way it's supposed to be. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a great ride, and we're not done yet.
Coach, what's it mean here in Minneapolis? I saw your in-laws were here celebrating, and your daughter was with you as well, so it's got to be a special moment.
No question. My in-laws, of course, were at the press conference when I was hired. Margaret's from St. Paul. They used to share season tickets for Gopher basketball, and so we probably had 30 or 40 people here to support the Hawkeyes, and so it was great to have them in the building. It's great to have Margaret here. She came up on the plane with us, and it was great to give her an embrace after the game.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Get back there and celebrate with everybody, and we'll catch up at Hawk Talk on, I think, Wednesday night it is.
Okay.
Iowa wins at 86-77 over the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Congratulations to Coach McCaffrey on his 272nd career win. And our postgame visit with the coach and Bobby Hansen is brought to you by Sinclair Tractor, your premier John Deere dealer serving southeast Iowa, western Illinois, and northeast Missouri. Stop by and experience how we strive to earn your business every day. Visit SinclairTractor.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community, the hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, and the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community, garage, indoor pool, and more. Visit melrosemeadows.com for more information.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Our U.S. Cellular postgame show rolls along here from Minneapolis, where the Hawkeyes beat Minnesota 86-77 in Big Ten basketball, as the Hawks get to level 500 in the Big Ten at 3-3, and now 11-6 overall, with the Purdue Boilermakers coming into Carver on Saturday. Now the points in the paint, courtesy of Spahn and Rose. Iowa dominated in paint scores in the lane, winning that total 56-38. Why wait to repaint your home to freshen it up to sell? Take a quick trip to your local Spahn and Rose, pick out some new colors from the Valspar paint rack, and start painting so you can enjoy it now. For interior makeovers, only Valspar Medallion Paint and Primer has color affinity for one-coat color that lasts and lasts. For exteriors, it provides fade-resistant color, coverage, and true weather-tight toughness. Start here and finish with perfection at your local Spahn and Rose store. Iowa 56 paint scores to the Gophers 38. Now our Heating Up the Nets feature, courtesy of Lennox. And who's better than Lennox to take care of your heating needs right now and air conditioning needs when the warm weather does return? Stop in and see our friends at A1 United Heating and Air Conditioning. A1 in Blair, Nebraska. In Keokuk, it's Paul's Plumbing and Heating. Out in Sioux City, our friends are at Kalen's Indoor Comfort. It's Van Hoften Plumbing and Heating for all your needs in Oskaloosa. And in the Muscatine area, stop in at Chowns Appliance Incorporated. Tony Perkins lit the flame tonight. Played 26 minutes, scored 13 points, hit 6 of 9 shots, including 3 rebounds and 5 assists. Tony's been an assist machine here of late as well, but he continues to shoot the ball well. 6 of 9. He's our hot Hawkeye, courtesy of your Lennox dealers. We conclude our coverage with a U.S. Bank scoreboard here from the Twin Cities. Earlier today in the Big Ten, Michigan beat Ohio State 73-65. Among the ranked teams, Marquette, 11th ranked Marquette, at home topped Villanova 87-74. Notre Dame trails at Boston College 45-42 with 10 minutes to go in that game. NFL playoffs, the Bills eliminated the Steelers 31-17 in a wild card game. And just underway in Tampa, it's the Buccaneers 3 and the Philadelphia Eagles nothing. The Hawkeye wrestlers are engaging Minnesota right now, and the Hawkeye women, now number 2 ranked Hawkeye women, will host Wisconsin tomorrow night in Big Ten basketball at Carver Hawkeye Arena. That's our U.S. Bank scoreboard update, and that concludes our U.S. Cellular postgame show from Minneapolis, where Iowa defeats Minnesota 86-77. Join us Wednesday night for Hawk Talk with Coach McCaffrey. We'll discuss further the Hawkeyes' victory over the Gophers and look ahead for the rematch with the Purdue Boilermakers. Thanks to Bob Hansen, our engineer-producer Corey Sheets. I'm Gary Dolphin. Final score again from Minneapolis in the barn. Iowa 86, Minnesota 77. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
The big game. Family. Friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. While farmers work hard to grow the best crop, their Iowa corn checkoff investments are hard at work too, opening local and global markets for corn and corn-fed products, educating drivers on unleaded 88 as the best fuel at the pump, finding new uses for corn, and sharing the farmer's story. Iowa corn farmers are backed by researchers, educators, market experts, and more to keep corn growing Iowa.
Right now, new and current customers can get any phone for free at U.S. Cellular. So you can connect with all your family members this holiday season, like your snowbird grandparents, your adorable nieces, or your favorite uncle. Just think, with any phone free from U.S. Cellular, you can even call your aunt who always makes you talk to your cousin, who's a dog. Or, maybe just send her a festive text. Everyone can get the gift of connection at U.S. Cellular. Get any phone free today. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
True cannabis products like concentrates, vapes, tablets, creams are available legally in Iowa, but only at licensed medical dispensaries. Get a med card online, quick and easy. I got mine in less than a day. Chronic pain is the most common condition. Search for Bud & Mary's online or call their dispensary to learn how you can get your med card. Bud & Mary's grows real cannabis, not hemp. That means their products contain real THC with no percentage limits. Find an Iowa licensed dispensary near you at budmary.com.
You've been listening to the U.S. Cellular Postgame Show. U.S. Cellular, built for the Hawkeyes. Built for silencing notifications and turning up the noise. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Hawkeye Basketball has been brought to you by Authentic Brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. Mid-American Energy. Look up, look out for overhead power lines. Visit midamericanenergy.com for electrical safety tips. Also brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the new Hy-Vee Perks membership. And by United Healthcare, committed to helping people live healthier lives. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.